Hey! Is this not why you were here?
Lucky bastard.
You being sarcastic or something, my son?
Fool, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't candid camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
That's your ass. Get a weapon collector ass.
I could knock him out in the shed.
Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you were here?
All right, everyone. Tom and Cheryl, looks like you are #1 bed shitters today. So this one goes out just to you two.
You're joining so early. Shit the bed.
I hope it was nice, wet, runny. Cheryl said, we are busy training our puppy Bear. He's keeping us busy. I forget you've got, the new little puppy, yeah. I've been a bit distracted lately. There's been a lot going on for me in other ways, but yes, I forget about that. I will have a little package coming for Tom soon. I'll see if I can chuck you something in there as well, Cheryl. But yeah, I'm going to finish off what I need to do tomorrow. I would have done it today, but I didn't have time. I was finishing off a couple of sheaves for people. So this one is for a bloke called Gerard, who lives up in Scotland, I think. He's definitely Scottish. I'm assuming he lives in Scotland. This is for a big sort of scheme do type knife. But he wanted it to be opened at the back so that he could put it on a wheelchair, essentially. But, on a strap that won't open, if that makes sense. So this needs to be open to fit over it. So that's for Gerard. And then Timbo wants a MOD sheath. So I've made him a MOD sheath. Tactical, how you doing, mate? You all right? I'm weirdly quite tired tonight, but I might wake up eventually. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't feel sleepy. I feel like, I don't know. I almost feel like I'm stoned, but I'm not. Just going to check my phone, see what that was. Oh, don't forget, everyone. There's a giveaway for £1 a piece for that crossbow just there. If you're on the widescreen, you'll be able to see it. I love steering wheels. How are you? You all right? So that crossbow just there, £1 an entry. Get your entries in. I had a couple of people saying to me, "Oh, you're just trying to get rid of those because the license is coming in," which is utter fucking bollocks, by the way. I actually bought that crossbow over a month ago to do this fucking giveaway, and now I've been fucked over. However, people are still prepared because it might not come in for like a couple of years anyway, and it still doesn't say you can't get a license. That's what, plodding on, mate. Hopefully we can have a laugh tonight. 26 people watching. Come and have a chat. So £1 an entry. If someone puts the word !support, the link to get that, to join in that, will come into be put into the chat, and it also is already there's a link in the description that says about donations. So what you do, for each £1 you donate, you get an entry to winning that crossbow. Owen said 12 brown mice in a bowl of rice, 3 tablespoons. That's gone. 3 tablespoons of salt in the water. Stir, stir, stir until the mice are dissolved. Keep repeating until slurry formed. Is that something you like to drink? Hello, Persia. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Let me see if there's a banner for the giveaways. It usually is. And it should apply. Right, hang on. Right. I'm back. Mr. DH said, what's that behind you? That's creepy. What that there? That's a severed head prop with my king hat on it. Fallen Hill, Evil, how you doing? I forgot to do the bloody the warning thing, you know, the half an hour warning. Can you buy guns in the UK? Yes, you can. You can. And you can own guns in the UK. You just have to have a license for them. Yeah, there's not like loads of guns you can have, but there's a fair few rifles you can have. It's nice to know, man. How you doing, mate? You alright? You stole my handle, said in the UK 600k people have firearms. Exactly. I looked into it. Exactly. You stole my handle. People think there's no guns in the UK. I think when I looked into it, yeah, that's 600k firearms licenses. There's more shotgun licenses, and you've got to remember a lot of people have more. So there's millions. There's literally millions of guns in the UK, all legally held. Saint, how you doing, mate? He said, you see that link I sent you on Instagram, Mike? Not sure if they were legal or not. That would be I have seen that. So that would be legal to own. I wouldn't risk carrying it though. You'd have no excuse to carry it, but you could own it. Hello, mate. By the way, Evil said, "I know you did. We just got back from walking the dog. Yeah, it's been a weird day today. Most of the evening, I've been sat here, sort of like really relaxed, feeling like I was almost asleep. I was almost stoned, sorry, but I'm not." Dave to know man says, I think you pronounce that Pals, don't you? Has the most gun licenses in the whole country per county. Nice. So I got some more cards done. I got some better business cards done. So these are my business cards. They're slightly better than the other ones because these are the actual proper size of a traditional business card. And I've also got the knife laws cards done. You won't be able to see this very well on the horizontal, the fucking vertical streams, but that side is the YouGov laws, actually taken from the YouGov website. And that one is taken from the police website because they both say something ever so slightly different. Those are for sale on my shop right now. You can either buy them as a set with a ruler, a little 3-inch ruler. That's what that is. So that's a little 3-inch ruler and the card. So that if you ever got stopped by police and they said that knife's not legal and they try and take it off you, you can show this card and then you can get the ruler and you can even fucking measure your bloody blade in front of them and go, there you go. It is, it's legal. If you put exclamation mark shop in the, I can't talk tonight, in the comments, the link will come up on the screen. Not on the screen, fucking hell, I can't talk. I've barely fucking put a sentence together. Put exclamation mark shop in the comments and then the link will come into the comments. It is also already in the description. Fucking hell, that's hard work. Thank you. Doctor, the ruler is dead handy. I could measure my penis with it. Might be a bit big for that. Thank you, Persia. Persia, I'll send you one of them for free, seeing as it was you brought the idea to me again. It was Jack Striker initially mentioned it to me, but you might have mentioned it as well without knowing. You know what I mean? So I might see if I can send one to Jack as well. Slave to No Man said, if all goes well, are you at the prepper meet July? I would 100% be up for it. Definitely, Slave to No Man. However, I think them long trips are getting a bit much for Metallic now. lately. So I can't promise I am, but I would like to be. Yeah, and so would she. So yeah, I just don't know at the minute. James, I just ordered a crossbow because I can't be banned. You reviewed it. The Denim Tri-Strike, nice. Well, Demon Tri-Strike. Don't forget, see this one just here? You can win that. If you can't see what I'm pointing at, go to the horizontal live stream, right? That crossbow just there, £1 an entry, and you can win it. Frozen Undies, how you doing, mate? Saint said, come to the conclusion that I'm going to sell all my swords and DX, etc. Still going to make bushcraft blades, but all historic band stuff is doing my head. I know exactly what you're saying. It does start to do your head in after a while, and you do start to think, oh, I don't know if I'll bother anymore. I think I got like that after the knuckle duster thing. I almost thought then, no, I might just stop altogether. Keep all my stuff, but you know, I soon got back into it. But I don't blame you, mate. Just you know, Gerard, how you doing? He said, I'll send you pictures of how the knife fits in the sheath and on my chair. Thank you, mate. Yeah, did you see it? There it is. So you're on the horizontal stream. So here's a question for people, actually, because I wouldn't mind a bit of help here, actually. So, because I use decent thick leather, I really struggle to get those button popper things, you know, that you have, you know, like, you know what I mean. These. I really struggle to get those to fit on such thick leather, and I'm never confident that they're going to hold. Anybody know any trick to make them fit thick leather, or ones that will fit thick leather? However, what I've started doing instead is using these pins. So this is what Gerard's bought off me, and then it can open at the back so that you can fit it on a wheelchair. Yeah, I'd look forward to seeing it on your wheelchair or however you use it, Gerard. Cheers, mate, and I appreciate you ordering that and buying it. And hopefully it fits well, because obviously I've made that shift completely via just measurements. Mr. Key said, will the government buy back the crossbows like the zombie knives? Well, I'm hoping they will. They should do. They should do. I don't know how much they'll give people. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. I don't know how much they'll give you. When they did the firearms thing, they gave people about 3/4 of what they was worth if you could prove it. Hello, Deep. How you doing, mate? He said, any prepper meets in April. If you message me that on WhatsApp, I'll send you the thing I've got for everyone that I know of, if you like. But I can't off the top of my head say there's any in April. I don't know. However, if you ask me, I'll send you the information tonight of like this thing I've got. It's got like everything on it. Rose Nandy, how you been today, Mike? Not too bad. Not too bad. We had gas people come out today to check the boilers. Had a couple of entries for the giveaway. No, nothing over a tenner so far, though. So far, I'm losing quite a bit of money because that crossbow and everything on it has cost me at least. Well, put it this way: if you bought everything on that crossbow for the absolute cheapest you could find it, that still cost you 200 quid, right? That's me counting that crossbow being 65 quid. I bought that for 100. So yeah, so far I've made 50 quid on the giveaway. But no, I'm all right. I just tonight I feel weirdly almost like I'm stoned, but I'm not. Maybe I've been breathing in leather dye fumes too much. Kaka said something in foreign that I can't read. Timber, I can show you your sheath now. Mr. Key said I won't be allowed to own a sharpened stick in a couple of years. I've cashed in most of my stuff. Hello, Timbo. Right, Timbo. Let's just catch up quickly. I'll show you it in a second. Could you not use a cylindrical template to whack the leather down with a hammer, then install the popper? I've tried that. Don't work. I've tried cutting the leather away. The problem is, what it is, Saint, you might be able to do that if you could make a base to sit underneath it. Because what happens is when you try and put the the tool to whack, like to pin over the bit, it pushes it back down again. It's a bastard. I just can't. For selling them, it has to be totally fucking solid, and I don't fucking trust them with that thick leather. So I've started using those little post things now. Safe to know, man, said buckles are always better, even when wet. Yeah, my quiver is good. Proper warning. Ah, nice. Yeah, that was an interesting project. That was. I enjoyed doing that. Yeah, I'm glad you still got it and use it and really like that, John. Also, sand the leather down where the clip goes. Well, I've tried that as well. So I've tried both. I have thinned out the leather. I've sanded it down. I've hammered it down. So what happens is when you try and put the other bit in, it's just a fucking pain in the ass. I could never get them as solid as I want them to be. And I don't know. You must be able to buy ones for thicker leather. You must be able to, but I just don't know where you buy them. Also, don't keep in my crossbows. Government can do one. You can win that one, £1 an entry. If you go to my donation page, which is in the description, and if you put in the word ! support, a thing called Nightbook will put a link onto my donations. Every pound you donate, you get an entry into winning that. Right? And there's a video on my channel if people want more information. Coban, how you doing, mate? He said, I want to buy another crossbow. I'm not sure which. Get one of them, if you can get them. Hello, Nick. How you doing, mate? Paul said, I want the Interceptor next. I had the Cobra V3. Nice. How many feet per second does a crossbow need to be lethal? Don't know. 120? More about other things, really. President Evil, Mike's utterly poor attempt at denying being stoned has encouraged me to get high for him, and my hands have been busy. Oh, fucking hell. Right, Timber, here is your sheath. So you wanted just a basic sheath for a, what do you call it, MOD knife. Now, I have messaged you this, so you know about this. I made the strap on this ever so slightly larger than this handle because this has been thinned down. So just be prepared when you thin your handle down. This won't be like extremely tight. However, the knife wouldn't come out anyway, and it's all solid. You know, it's just the more you take off your handle, the more that's going to be looser, essentially. But that's, you know that, don't you? Yeah, 125 or more than, yeah. Oh, there you go. Slave to know would know as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 125 feet per second would do it. So the Bear Desire is that's the same as the Redback in it, but I think it's only in £50. Basically, if you get any full size crossbow will do the job. A pistol crossbow, you're gonna need at least £80 draw weight and broadhead box. Kobani lives in America, by the way, so he would be at a hunt with it, and you know, blah blah blah. You're gonna want at least £80 draw weight with something with a bolt that has a broadhead on it, and preferably weighted. That'd hit hard enough for what you're talking about. 120 pounds, yeah, or 120 feet per second. Strap on. Saint does. Do you mess about with leather sheath molding? Seems good for an amateur to do. So this one, that's not had any actual wet forming. That's a wet formed pouch. A metallics knife is wet formed around the sheath. That is what you mean, isn't it? So that's been, if you look at the bottom there, that's been wet formed, and stuff like that will, you know, put the price up. Yeah, this one's been wet formed around the blade, but obviously it's hidden by a pouch. But that knife is actually metallics knife. It's a metallics knife, Timbo's sheath. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, please. Person, sorry, Evil, but this magic carpet only sits one. Thank you, Timbo. Glad you like it, mate. Yeah, I was really happy with it. Got nice big belt loop, full size belt loop. Covers the whole entire size of the handle. And that's the same knife you've got as well. So it's just I have with metallics, I have thinned down the handle already and taken those bits off. So I didn't want to do the handle for that size because it might be too tight for yours if you're not doing yours. But then I watched your video today and there you are. But that's all good. Thank you, Timbo. It was fair enough. I won't share any more either. Gerard said, I don't know if you got my first message and my internet disconnected, but did you get the payment for the sheath? Yes, I did. So your name's on the list of the giveaway, mate. And yeah, there it is, Gerard. Yeah. And I did get the money. Thank you. Sorry if I didn't confirm that. Council Estate Chief said, best to sell your crossbows now. I'll wait until further information comes out. I'm just going to use the money on prostitutes and cocaine. See, now you've said prostitutes and cocaine, I'm tempted to say just sell them anyway. Have a bit of fun for the apocalypse. I don't know. I would keep them. I would wait until it's confirmed, because to be honest, it may not go to full like license, because the thing I've got there says they might either license buyers and owners, so that you have to have police checks, or buyers and owners so that you have like a fishing rod license where you just pay for it, or they might just license sellers. If they license sellers, then we can still own them. Yeah. Or another party might get into power in government and say, no, you can have them. So don't get rid of them. Coburn said, what are the best brands of crossbows? Is it like cold steel? Like, what is the cold steel of crossbows? I wouldn't really know, because I tend to buy the non-expensive ones, really, unless they got magazines on, then they rip you off anyway. So I don't know what if you're going in a full size crossbows, compound crossbows, there probably are some really good names for like ones that you can turn a fucking crank handle and shit like that, but it's not what I'm interested in. So it said, did you get my money? He said 80 quid, I'm definitely in the giveaway. No, bastard. I said he's having -80, you know. You got to pay 181 just to get one now for that. God excited. No, I didn't get any money, sake, actually. Dimbo says, thinning the handle really has made a difference. Our confidence. Totally. I don't. Could you see? Oh, yeah, don't blame me, mate. It needs to be done. Definitely needs to be done. So metallic, we did. Took the fat bits off there, the overhanging bits, and put finger grooves in. Yeah. Right. Rusty Lungs, that's a good name. What are people's thoughts on fuel rationing comes in? No idea, mate, to be honest. I don't drive, so it'd be a fucking pain in the ass if they do that, though, for people who drive. Mr. Key said, my Jaguar £175 firing a broadhead will go straight through the body, even wearing a thick clothing. Yeah, totally. Fall said, saw some snowmobile tracks on an axle kit for Amazon last night. So everyone quiz a bit much. They would look mad on a mobility scooter. That would be fucking great. But yeah, keep hold, Council Estate, you keep hold of them for now, because you never know. You don't know. It ain't gone through yet. Spacey, how you doing? Crow's Nest said, Mike been to the gun shop today and asked about crossbow stuff. And he said a couple of years away before. Yeah, that's what I thought. When they banned all the offensive weapons, that took about 2 years from the day they spoke about it to when it actually happened. That was about 2 years. So yeah, still plenty of time to get yourself one of these Sobex here. Win this one here, £1 an entry. The fucking information is just there. You keep him busy. Oh, you nice one, Spacey, nice one. Yeah, ain't too bad. Just, you know, same old bollocks. Thanks, I'm trying to make a folding blade using your old video as a reference, Mike. It's been 3 years and still haven't posted part 2. What video was that one? Has it not been finished? What was I supposed to be doing to it? What one was it where I flattened the tube out? Did I finish it? That's never happening. I've been and done. I've sold it. Who owns that folding? Who owns that folding knife now? Someone else owns that now. Not me. I ain't got it. Don't forget, !shop, and you can now get. Hello, Funky. How you doing, mate? You alright? That was a good stream the other night. Enjoyed that. I'm going to put it on my channel tomorrow. I edit a couple of bits. So the cards have arrived. And they're proper decent. They're not fully plastic though, but they are like plastic coated, which is all right. You know, it is what it is. They're decent cards though. And you can get your ruler with it as well if you want. Links in the description and in the chat. Cobunny said I'm making angel hair pasta for dinner. Nice. Spacey said, see your garden video, just waiting on some bone meal. Got some, yeah, bone meal works. I'll tell you what, Spacey. I've been using the same fucking soil for like 3 or 4 years now. Just keep feeding it with stuff. Because I can't, like, I know you can buy compost if you want, but if it's there, just feed it again, innit? So it said that old folder you showed off using the tube as a handle. Going on about, I'll make a video making another. Oh, okay. You know me. Full said fuel rationing won't affect us much as others, but my uncle's business would suffer and it would likely drive up prices. Yeah, it would fuck my brothers over because they're landscape gardeners using chainsaws all day. Funky said they look great, mate. Every wallet should have one. Yeah, I'll send you a few soon, and I'll send you the pictures as well. So that side's got the government information actually taken from their website and a link at the bottom. That side's got the police's information with a link at the bottom. So that's about as official as you could get without actually them making them. And I got some better business cards as well. Look at that. I'm quite happy with that. With my 1000 on it, it's even got a phone number at the bottom. Look at that. But it's a text-only phone number, so don't try ringing it. That's to everyone. Where are we? 39 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Come say hello. Patriot Chris said, "Hi mate, what's your thoughts on Umix HDR 50? Seen them recently. Really want one. I'm thinking about buying one. So I don't know how easy they are to get because I do want if they get rid of, like, if you can't get a license for a crossbow very easily, that's what I'm going to do. Start getting some of those paintball markers. However, when I looked into buying one, you have to be part of a paintball group. Now, I don't know how easy that is to do because no one ever told me that. No one ever said to me, all the people who say to me, get HDR 50s, never said to me, is also the way to get into a paintball team. So I don't know. Rusty Lung said, I own an old ex-police riot van. It's sawn off the road, scrapped now, so tempted to make a video shooting it. The whole thing is lined with the same stuff they make riot shield from. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. Just make sure it ain't got no police markings on it, because you're probably getting, you know, you'll probably get fucking getting the news for showing people how to, like, penetrate a police fucking vehicle. So yeah, I'd be careful with that. Crow's Nest said, blood, fish and bone it'll feed your soul for years. When is outpriced food? Time to poach, yes. Patrons said, I've ordered one from Bristol without the paint. Oh, okay. So maybe it was just the website I looked on then. Our Queen has just joined me in the background. Hello, Michael. You won't No, but when I'm on StreamYard, she sits in the background to watch. Okay, that's good then, Patriot Christian. Sorry, I will I'll look into that. Yeah, Virgin, I got the pump action paintball marker. I'll send it to you, Mike. I've got a paintball. Fucking, I can't read that. I've got a pump action paintball marker. I'll send it to you. All right, so thank you, mate. Yeah, all right, nice. If I can find it. Funky said Melvin Downs has been searched by police in a chemist. He is ex-SAS. What piss take? That's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, very bizarre. I'll have to look that up because it don't mean a lot to me, but yeah. I don't suppose that's supposed to say in a chemist, is it? Timbo's just supported me. All right, let's go and have a look. What Timbo's saying. Oh, you got one of the cars, did you, Timbo? Nice. Lovely, mate. Lovely. Good on you. You're the first customer. You are the first customer, Timbo. Gerald said, I would buy those cards, but I have holidays coming up. Disabled holidays are already too expensive for no reason. I also think you should throw in a strop with the card and the ruler too. The thing is, I would do it as cheap as possible. The problem is, even if I sold that for £1, right, that's more than it costs to send it. So it's got to be at least however much I've put it for. Yeah, it's a bastard now. The cheapest you can send something now is like £1.20 something, I think. So yeah, even that's got to be, even one card's got to be at least £2. The card its own, because it's going to cost me £1 to send it. Yeah, but I know what you mean. It all looks like a good thing. Oh, I think so. I think it'd be a great idea. Yeah. You carry that. You've got your ruler. You get a ruler with it as well. That's the thing. It's not like you don't get. You actually get a metal ruler with it. Yeah. Cosner said, "Funky watched the stream earlier. Good stream." Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch Funky's today. I sat there listening to music, relaxing. I've had a weird day today. I feel like I almost feel like I've been stoned all day, but I haven't. Yeah. Well, I enjoyed that the other night, Funky. It was good. For people who don't know, I've been on Funky's. Actually, was on Funky's live stream last night. Me and him did a live stream about weapon legality and what you can and can't own. And I'm gonna put it on my channel as a premiere tomorrow. But yeah, we just chatted for about an hour and a half, and I had a load of pretty much spoke about everything you could think of, I think. Because the only thing you can't really talk about, you can, but I wouldn't go into too much detail about it, is I think it makes more sense to tell people what they can't have. And then that just means everything else you can have, essentially. You don't need to know what you can have, you just need to know what you can't have. That makes sense? That's what we did. But that's what I remember when they were addicted to fag ends, Evil. What's that? Oh, what squirrels? Evil said the funniest bit of news I heard was the squirrels are addicted to discarded vets. I saw that as well. Nice one, Timbo, though. Yeah, I appreciate you buying that. Persia said, wait till they work out how to weaponize them. Saint said, making this folder, did you use a nut and bolt or just pin over the nail to screw it together? Just a nail. You got no mechanical parts then. So a nail and a washer. And make sure that the nails are about at least 5 or 6 mil. Because if they're not, what happens is when you try and pin them over, they start to bend. Whereas if they're not, if they're thick, they just pin over. Thank you, Slave to No Man. Is that for the giveaway, mate? Is that for the giveaway? I'm going to put you in the giveaway anyway. Thank you, mate. All right, hang on, let's put your name down. Right, you're in, mate. You're in. Thank you. But anything can be used as a weapon, but there are restrictions on what you're allowed to own. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, that's pretty much what me and Funky did last night. Kenny K is just supported. Nice one, Kenny. Thank you. It may not be a complete cop out for me. Just fucking hell. Yeah, there's at least 200 quid's worth of stuff in that crossbow. Even in the fucking absolute, if you bought everything as cheap as you could get it, and put it this way, I didn't get that crossbow for fucking 60 quid. I got that for 100 quid at least. Thank you, John. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good stream. I enjoyed it, and I appreciate the feedback. Metallic said it was good as well. Yeah, no, I do appreciate that. Yeah, I'll put it on as a premiere on mine tomorrow, so the people who haven't seen it on from my channel can have a little watch back. Mr. B1000, how you doing, mate? Evil said vapes smell and taste much better than fag ends. Certainly do. Timber said I was chatting to my son. He carries one of those credit card tool things. I didn't know. Dead proud of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, well, exactly, Timber. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting when you find out people like your relatives or your kids. You don't expect them to have something like that, and they do. Yeah. Eva said, well, as long as it's grey squirrels, might even give our native squirrels a chance of a comeback. Yes. Yeah, if some don't survive it. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them vape. I haven't seen them physically vaping, but I've seen the news. Yeah. So, yeah. You can get the cards on their own, by the way. So if you want to buy the card on its own, I think it's £2 for the card on its own. So you're basically paying £1 for the card and £1 postage. And you'll get the card. And then you could get your own ruler then, or just, or don't. But you can get little rulers. These, you won't get these like this. I've had to mod these, but they're the cheapest, smallest ruler I could find. That's it on your key rings. Because you can get like rulers, but you can't get a ruler that's 3 inches. You can get them 4 inches, or you can get them smaller. It's got to be at least 3 inches though. Slater said not done, but ratting for the last 5 minutes. Have you really? Yeah. Do you is what like a paid job, John? Purchase said so. Now there is a Peaky Blinders movie, and the story is complete. Shall you begin watching it more? Oh, I suppose I should, shouldn't I? I suppose I should. I might, but let me get rid of that other fucking thing first. That program that shall not be named. Let me get rid of that first, and then I'll move on to. But yeah, I would. Yeah, now it's finished, completely finished. Yeah, totally. Paul said we're not allowed so many things in the UK, but when they went to war, it's us. It's us they arm and send off to fight. Yeah, they better not think they're getting those guns back if they give them me. Yeah, exactly. Because it's perfect. We'll probably use mine at work a crazy amount. What, the 3-inch ruler, you mean? Brandon said, nice brown and HP in the background. I used to have one when I was 14. My first gun. Nice, that's good. Photo, no, just big clear out of a few farms. Target practice. Nice. Well, that's, it's still good, isn't it? Gets you to do a bit of shooting, doesn't it? And yeah, nice. Is that like on a place where you sort of got permission so you can go and do that? And yeah. Claire Superfan, Vintage Museum. I certainly have. And if I'd have known what I'd known now, while no one was looking, I might have took a piss on the poster of her. I'm into water sports. That would be my fancy. Not really. Fucking hell. Don't clip that. Don't clip that and send it to her. And that's right, John. I know it would totally be above board and all that. Yeah. No, I just meant it's good. It's good when you have the opportunity to, you've got that kind of permission there anyway. And then loads of rats, you got someone else to shoot at. You know what I mean? The life-size cutout coming your way. Oh, I think I've got one coming my way anyway. I'm guessing by Tom and Cheryl keep winding me up. I suspect I got something like that. I hope it's been waterproofed. I think of my new cards. I think that's much better than my old card. My old card didn't have two sides for a start. Yeah. What was we on about? Can't remember. If I put you all off by talking about pissing on the poster. I don't like Claire in Outlander. I don't think anyone does. There's whole Reddits and websites based around people's hatred for Claire in Outlander. What's this? A clip of me saying, one of you fuckers, it probably is. Face swapping on like this. So yeah, don't forget, if you want to be an entry for this crossbow just here, which is a fully kitted out magazine crossbow, you get at least 28 bolts, a light, a red dot sight, quivers, the quiver holder, the bayonet, the sling, the bag, the stock bag, spare batteries, targets, everything, goggles, every fucking thing. Yeah. So what have you lot all been up to today? And that's not me trying to get rid of crossbows, because mine's up there. My Sobek's up there. I bought that specifically to do a giveaway, and then I got fucked over because they fucking said there's no license to fucking things, which they may not still. Even said I can imagine it now, fool huddling over the rifle, shouting, "You mustn't touch my precious." Yes. Yes. And who would blame him? 36 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Come and have a chat with us. We try to have a laugh on a Friday and Saturday, though. So, yeah, you can be you can be serious. It depends what you want to talk about. We don't really do politics or religion. And we definitely don't do politics that mentions religion or religion that mentions politics. Yeah. Oh, there are ways to talk about these things without saying weird shit, basically, that could, get you put on a list. It's not something I'm interested in anyway, in talking about. Tactical said, that's the good thing living at the coast. Anything that gets banned goes for swims. Yes. 2222, is it, Icing? Have you had a nice evening? Yeah. What did you think of them cards? Are nice, aren't they? If you compare to my old card, I'll show you my old card. Yes. Well, I got my shit t-shirt on. So this is my old business card. This is the new card. So there's one side, there's the other side. There's one side, there's the other side. New ones are much better. Proper size. How's the spy reverse? Not too bad, Slave today, man. I'm planning another episode, which I'm going to start filming soon. This arrived today, so I've got a couple of props recently. I got some fake beards. So this arrived today, so I'll give you an idea of what might be coming. Got myself a litre of fake blood. So that said, yeah, they've come out really well. They haven't they? You're off, Timbo. Good night, mate. I'll have your stuff sent Monday night. Monday I'll get the fucking postman to pick up. Fucking hell. Postman to pick it up. She said, we do have a few bits to send out, which includes a gift from Coloros. Must get those gifts out to you. Yes, I'm dying for them. No, it's Timbo. But yeah, I have got a plan for the next Spyverse episode coming soon, hopefully. I did I started it recently, but it was fucking that's hard work. The filming bit's easy. Editing fucking pictures to make something's a pain in the ass. So it's a wasted money on fake blood. Co-op ketchup with like 50. Yeah, but that fucking probably stinks. Oh yes. Good idea. No, I don't fucking put ketchup all over everything. Oh, vinegar stink everywhere. Plus, I'd have to go out to get that delivered straight to my door. See you later, Gerard. Thank you for purchasing your sheath. That will be picked up on Monday as well. So I'll have yours on the way to you Monday. And Timbo's as well. You know. Who was saying about what do you call it? Tomato sauce. So, saying I do actually make my own blood occasionally, but the problem is it does depend on what I'm doing, because the thing is it does smell if you make it yourself. So I often make my own blood out of tomato sauce, tomato puree, beetroot juice, and anything fucking red essentially. Problem is it all fucking stinks. So you can only use it on things like in the garden or something like that, or something where it's being used and then you don't need to use it again, if that makes sense. So I get the proper blood for stuff that I basically don't want to fucking stink of vinegar. Or, you know, if I have to do it in a room where it might get on the carpet or something, you know. Yeah, food colouring, yeah. Well, the thing is, because I try not to buy anything, whereas the other thing, and I know, like, it sounds like I'm trying to explain myself, but I'm just, you know, I might as well tell you. What it is, I sometimes get money from Amazon affiliate ads. Then I'll get money as Amazon credit. So then, yeah, I'll just use that. Mike's scared of smells. You put some tomato sauce on your bed, like on your pillow, and see how you like it. Grossness said, "What do you think about vampires and werewolf people, Mike?" What do you mean though? I think vampires and werewolves pretty cool. Yeah, I have films that, you know. Yes, yeah, vampire and werewolves quite cool. Yeah, I don't know. Do you mean like in fiction or in reality? But yeah, no, vampire film's cool, werewolf film's cool. I've got over there, so up there, I've got a whole load of vampire films, whole load of werewolf films. But says, sadly, did get ridiculous in the last few series. I also read the books. Got to say, when the fairies were introduced, I went off it. Still finished it though. What is that, my queen? What was you talking about? I'm missing stuff. Oh, True Blood. Okay, True Blood. Yeah, I watched one series of True Blood with Metallic. It's all right. It's fucking. The problem is where they fuck up with those kind of programs, in my opinion, is they have too much sex in them. Pointless sex. It's just fucking. It doesn't add anything to it. Do I think they might be real or old stories? What werewolves? And I don't really think there are vampires or werewolves, but I believe that people in the others probably did think that they existed. Yeah, they probably did. And that, like, nailing fucking nails into people as vampires and that was a real thing, wasn't it? But I had to clean a 200-litre ketchup spill before. The smell is horrendous. Right, now tell that to Saint. And then get some ketchup. I'm going to give you Saint's address now, Persia. You need to do a little ketchup trick on him for me. Just saying, how dare he say I'm scared of smells? And if that's a porn reference, I know it. If it isn't, okay. Eva said never really liked it. Dog Soldiers has got to be the best UK film ever. It's up there with the best UK film, definitely. It's definitely up there with the best, one of the best werewolves ever. That my two favourite werewolf films would be. Let's have a little guessing game. What? Oh, straight out then. Just what's my two favourite? What are the two? I was gonna say what are the best because they're not necessarily. In my opinion, though, what are the two best werewolf films? Fuck, why can't I fucking talk tonight? Fucking hell, really struggling. So I said, yeah, and it seems like the female lead is always innocent. You think I'm joking? Saying, yeah, I'm going to give Persia your address, and you're going to get something. You're going to open it, and you're going to get ketchup in your face. I'm going to have to go so far as to say, no, Matthias said, right, hang on, I'll go to Saints first. Going to have a tipper truck dumping an entire load of ketchup on my doorstep. Oh, my God. Santa's Underworld is one. I'm going to have to go, whatever the fucking noise is. Hang on, I may even have that noise. Where is it? So, there is a thing on here. Where is it? I thought we had a... But no, not that. It weren't that. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. What are the two best werewolf films in my opinion then? Come on, don't leave me hanging. It's fucking obvious. In fact, I would fucking hell. I think I'd go so far to say Dog Soldiers is the best werewolf film. Sorry. Really struggling to read. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. Yes. Evil has the correct answer. Congratulations, Evil. You are the winner. Yes. American Werewolf in London and Dog Soldiers. Yes. Congratulations, Evil. You have won a point. So what I get you? Would you like a £1 entry into the crossbow giveaway? I'll give you a £1 entry for that. That's your prize. All right? Saint said, I've never seen a werewolf or vampire film. Are you joking? This is also the bloke who hasn't watched any of my videos either. so don't rely on him for anything when it comes to fucking films, tally, or my videos, okay? Don't trust him. As Saint said, Saint, watch Underworld. It's amazing. Silver Bullet's good. I've got Silver Bullet on DVD. I haven't read the story to that though. I'm trying to, where am I? So I've 100% got a pile of vampire films. I don't know if the werewolf films are all together yet. Saint said this false accusation is going to get you sued. I can't afford it. You can't afford it, and I wouldn't be able to pay you anything anyway. You can have my 50p I found today. All right, you can have it. All right, you're on, Evil. You got £1. That's your prize for getting that right. See, this is the thing. All of you like ignore my fucking shitty guessing games. These guessing games can get you prizes. Genuine, real fucking prizes. Yes. There you go, Evil. I've written you down. Good night, Slave Slave Man. Nice to have you on, mate. He said we got to sort out and pack for the night. Good night, mate. Good night. Yeah, you're on there, Evil. You're on there. Right down the bottom, sit. Evil £1. There you go. You're in it. You got to be in it to win it. You never know. You might win. You might win. That's why you should never ignore my guessing games. But yeah, that is my opinion. The two best werewolf films, in my opinion, are American Werewolf in London and Dog soldiers. I struggled to say that. Yeah, Underworld, Silver Bullet. Where's my torch? Right. So American Werewolf in London's there. What other werewolf films have I got? I don't know if you can hear my guts. I've got Silver Bullet. Where are my vampire films? Oh, yeah. It's dark as fucking here. I wouldn't say there are as many. There definitely aren't as many werewolf films as. Well, no, there might be. No, there's got to be more vampire films, isn't there, than werewolf films, I'd say. Does the happy dance nice one, Eva? Saint said, what can I do apart from spend money to get into this prize? Well, I don't know. Well, pay attention. You should have put your guesses in. Now, there may be another guessing game later, Saint. And when it happens, pay attention. But I said, didn't we watch American Werewolf? No, I hadn't watched that for ages, no. So if you ever want to watch it one day, let me know, because I bought that on DVD to watch again. I haven't watched it for a good few years. No, I haven't watched it for ages. I don't think we've watched it. I still remember your vampire hunting kit. Yeah, I've got two. So I've got an old traditional one, like that's supposed to be like a really, really old, like back in the day when it was happening one sort of thing. Oh, you know what I'm about. And then I've done a modern one. Yeah. The title, I feel like I've seen the transformation recently. You might have seen like a clip on YouTube or something. I don't know. Because now I think about it, I don't know. If me and you have seen it, I haven't seen it for a good few years. I'll tell you why. But I plan to do a piss take of it as one of the Spyroverse episodes, where we go to there'll definitely be a pub called the Slaughtered Cock Inn, and I'm going to paint a fucking pub sign by hand, and it's a real thing. I'll probably sell it afterwards if anyone's interested. Make posters of it, and it'll be like a cockerel with its head cut off in a jaggedy edge. You know what I mean? That episode will be a parody of American Werewolf in London and maybe Hound of the Baskervilles type thing. They even said, I've got a vague memory from one of your media quizzes that you haven't done in ages. I haven't done them for ages. No, I haven't done one for ages. They're good for if like the chat's getting a bit slow or there's not a lot to talk about. But I haven't really needed it. A bit like the box of shitty delights. I don't need it a lot now. So that's it. Isn't that why we watched it? I'm sure we've seen it fairly recently. I definitely haven't. I'm sure I haven't. Unless I haven't, I just can't remember. Because obviously I've seen it loads of times, but I can't remember seeing it recently. Crowsnest said, I made a 4-sided defense tool out of a lawnmower blade. It's good. Nice. Crowsnest, do you make videos? And do you like slingshots? The talent said, maybe you were pissed or hungover. Maybe. And Crowsnest, have you ever shot anyone with a crossbow? In the Adam's apple. Fall said, I miss those, but I'm a geek. So, maybe I'll treat you. No, I like doing them. They are good fun. I like doing them. It's either way. I either quite like answering people's questions on like films and that, or asking you lot them. Maybe if I remember, I'll set a load of questions for you lot tomorrow, so that I don't have to try and think of them on the spot. They're good fun, though. Oh, I enjoy them. That's why I do them. Whenever I play board games and that, I always prefer stuff that has sort of questions in it, because then you can use your brain a bit. Yeah. They're good fun, though, aren't they? I do enjoy them. What's everyone up to tomorrow? I don't know what I'm going to go and make a couple of key rings and some key ring strops. Because I've got to set up like 3 packages tomorrow. So those 3 packages, I'm going to put a couple of key rings in, and yeah, maybe. Because one of them is for UK Urban Prepper, so I'm going to, because I've got a stamp of his logo, I'm going to make him a couple of key rings for his stuff, and maybe give him a couple of mine. Then he can give away some of his own key rings, my key rings, and yeah, then he gets his pouch. That wouldn't take more than an hour. I don't know. I might do fuck all tomorrow. No, I'll tell you what I will do. My films are coming tomorrow. When Evil comes back, I'm going to give you clues. So we'll play a little game when Evil comes back, and we'll play a guessing game of guess the films I've bought, and I'll give you clues. Hello, Peach. Don't let me forget to do this guessing game for when Evil comes back, because she wants a guessing game, and I'm well up for it. Hey, Dan Peach, did you see these? You can get your cards now. You can get your legal K cards and your rulers. You don't need the ruler. You can buy the card on its own if you want. Spacey said, I went to the library first, doing research on town. Was looking to find town maps from the 80s. Oh, that's interesting. Did you get any? It's interesting, that card. I told you what that woman did near me, didn't I? Really fucking interesting, actually. So there was a woman researching the village I come from. Now, I won't say too much because it'll give, I'd be doxing myself. But anyway, she was researching where we live, the village we live in. By doing that research, she found out that there was a book had been written about the local area. That book happens to be written by my granddad, right? So we got told one day that they was doing a presentation up at the local community centre. When we went, I thought it was going to be a presentation about the village. Well, it was a fucking presentation about my granddad, and it was great, fucking brilliant. Yeah, because he was the only person who'd written a really comprehensive book about the village, and you can still get it. It was proper IMDb. Is it IMDb? ISBN book, so you can still find them now, and it's in the local library and the town library and stuff like that. So they said all books took one home. Oh, a lot of books took one home, some at war. That'd be interesting. So I'm going to bugger off soon. Wedding dress shop appointment with Little at 10:30. All right, okay. Well, let us know when you go, and I'll say good night to you. We'll have a chat tomorrow. But yeah, you've been up to stuff today, ain't you? Because you had your grandson round, and I've been in the shed after that. It was a weird day. I got up, and half the day had gone before I even got in the shed, but it felt like I hadn't done nothing, but I hadn't stopped all day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, when you go, let us know. But yeah. I'm gonna have to write these films down so I can remember what they are for this little questionnaire. So what was one of them? One of them I've not even seen, so I'm just going to struggle to give you clues about that. What's the other one? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember now. Okay. I should give you when Evil's back, I'll give you clues about these films. Spacey said he's off. Also on edge. All right, Saint. Not Saint. Spacey. Good night, mate. Virgin had to go and parent. I meant to ask you, actually, you've been watching any films with your daughter, and what you've been watching? Oh, fucking hell, I need to stop doing that. I keep having a habit of squeezing that knife in my hand, then it fucking out my hand that time. Seen anything good lately? Virgin? So did you want me to go on? No, never, mate, never. You've not had a chance, have you? I haven't watched like anything that stands out particularly lately. I don't think. I can't think of anything. Oh, I watched Razorback. Actually, no, I watched Razorback, and I quite enjoyed that. It weren't amazing, but it's what you'd class as. They actually called them Ozploitation films, and it's those sort of grubby Australian films that are like everyone looks fucking filthy and horrible and disgusting, and but they're really good. Razorback, fucking yeah. What's Razorback? Decent. Matanza, talking of vampire films, going to be watching Lost Boys with the favourite cheese as soon as possible. Oh, nice, yeah, good idea, good idea. Pergio said, "Watch Sinners." That was okay. You might really like that, but I think it was the twin thing for him, and I can get that. Worldbreaker on Prime was good. We enjoyed that. Okay. Wolf Creek. I've got Wolf Creek. So, Saint, did you know there's a Wolf Creek 1 and 2, and there's also a Wolf Creek 2 series? Wolf Creek 3 is coming out soon. They are making Wolf Creek 3. Hopefully that'll be good, because the series is don't bother watching. Well, I don't know. If you're a massive fan of Wolf Creek, watch them. But they're nowhere near as good as that first film. Yeah, no, I like Wolf Creek. In fact, also the Enchanted Wood came out today. Should be going to the pictures to watch that over Easter. Nice. Is that the one you was on about? The one you wanted to watch? Where they changed one of the characters. Shut up, Sergio. Lesser people get blocked for that kind of shit. Have you watched Brotherhood of the Wolf yet? Asking for a friend. I still haven't. No, I haven't. I keep forgetting I've even got it. No, I ain't got it anymore. I lost it. Was Evil back yet? I got a little quiz for us. Crow's Nest said to Metallic, "Have you seen Strain? It's an old but a good one." Strain? I don't know. Metallic said the first episode is worth a watch, but the rest is shite. Saint said, "What's the one where the copper got his head? That's the second one." That is not the best. Here we go. Again, Saint is gradually going down, in my opinion. That's the second one. What's the matter with you? The fuck's the matter with you, Saint? Yeah, no, that's a good scene there. That's a good scene. Richard Strange. Is Richard Strange on? I know. I've never seen a film about Richard Strange. You can watch Richard Strange on his channel, but Richard Strange is just Richard going like this with weights going, Very strange. Metallic said, "Yeah, Moonface has a crescent-shaped head rather than a full moon." That's gone straight over my head. Oh, no, it hasn't. Sorry, I get you now. Persia said, "That's a 10 out of 10. To be honest, Mike, I would like to see your opinion on the Iron Shod quarterstaff." Okay. Saint said, "Is it? I've never seen the first one fully. It might have to." Saint, watch the first one. Well, you may not have the same. So the thing is, if you don't want to hear a spoiler for the first film, this isn't a spoiler for you, though, Saint. It ain't a spoiler for you. If you don't want a spoiler for Wolf Creek, mute the stream now. So if they can't really hear me, I'm gonna do like weird like things like this, like, and they're gonna think now that people are getting their eyes cut out and stuff like that, and anyway, no. The thing with the first Wolf Creek is you don't actually know who the killer's going to be. So there's quite an element of mystery, and you don't know what's going to happen. The problem is, if you've seen the first one, as soon as you see Mick Taylor, you know what he's up to. Whereas when you watch that first one, you don't know. You don't know who's going to be the killer, and you don't know. Well, you would do nowadays, but if you went into it not knowing anything, I'm going to do this so people can come back. No one muted it, I doubt. So it has quite an element of surprise in it. When like the thing happens, it has quite an element of surprise, saying, and it's probably more violent in a way because it's a bit more realistic in the first one. It's quite horrible. Yeah. It's like prolonged. Basically, there's people tied up, and he's doing stuff. It's good. It's good. Yeah, definitely watch the first one, but it's quite. I'd say it's a little bit different to the others because you have that element of you don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, you'd enjoy if you like the second one. The first one's better, I think, but I don't know if you'd get the same out of it if you've seen the second one. You know what I mean? Eva said, just got back as you asked. Also, I've seen Strain. I can't think of what Strain is. I can't think of what Strain is. So I'm not sure if I found a better horror. Hang on. I'm not sure if I found a better horror movie than 28 Days Later. Nothing has really hit as hard as the early 2000 theme and feel. At the time, yes, I agree with you there. At the time, 28 Days Later was fucking great. However, I rewatched 28 Days Later recently, and I actually felt it was really dated now. And there was quite a few plot holes, and I was quite gutted that I felt like that because I loved that film. But I watched it again, and I thought, oh no, that don't make sense, and that's shit, and I was really gutted. Really gutted. I actually thought fucking 28 Years Later was probably better. The new one, not the newest one because I haven't seen it. However, at the time when 28 Days Later came out, yeah, fucking awesome. So let's get some videos up, shall we? Right. Metallic could probably go off in a minute. I'm not trying to get rid of you, my queen, but
I want to play a game. Make your choice. Let the game begin.
I am going to gradually describe 3 films, right? If you're the first person to get any of them right, and whoever gets the most right, might win a prize depending on who wins and how I feel. Have you got any similar zombie recommendations? Hold that thought. We're playing a little game. Right. First film has 3 words. It is set in the UK, as far as I'm aware, so I haven't actually seen it. It's set in the UK, and it stars, amongst others, which I'll mention later, Christian Bale. Get your answers in. No going on IMDb. Not World's End. Rita said that shot with the copper was a belter. A belted in the first. Was it in the first one? No, I thought it was in the second one. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, Richard. I don't know, mate. Easel is correct. Congratulations, Easel. Nice one. I will do other. Maybe I'll go a little bit more difficult. Okay. Second film has 2 words. I think so the second one you can say this title as like 1 word, but it may be 2. Let me look this up. But that's a bit of a clue. So you could say it as 2 words, a bit like say Wolf Creek. You could say that could be 1 word, Wolf Creek, or it could be, you know. Anyway, this film is not set in England. Is not set in England, and features calm down, features I can't remember her name. The main female character in Silence of the Lambs, Jodie Foster. Okay. Not set in England, featuring Jodie Foster. Okay. I wish it was. I wish it was my type. The accused. No. No. God, Dave, are you saying the chant out now there? Peugeot was right for number 2. Taxi driver. Or is it taxi driver? I don't know. Right. Sadly, no, I'm not. Taxi driver was the correct answer. I would have given you another clue of a young. The clue was featuring, because she doesn't star in it, she features in it. The next film as far as I remember, is not an English language film, but directed by an Australian. Okay? Is that a no or not? But you are, you're a liar. Grossness, I remember watching Moses years ago. He's parted Red Seas. Right. Non-English language film. I think it's non-English language film anyway. Human Centipede, wrong answer. Human Centipede 3 though is on Tubi, I think, if you want to watch it. Non-English language, directed by an Australian. Repeat that, full talked over me. What did I say? Non-English language film, directed by an Australian. Mr. B1000 is correct. Apocalypto. Okay, we're gonna have to do a we're gonna have to do a fucking tiebreaker now. Right, looks like we're playing around. Looks like we're playing a quiz anyway. Okay, that's the films I'm getting are coming: Reign of Fire, Taxi Driver, and Apocalypto. But Forbidden Kingdom isn't it also starring Arnold Schwarzenegger? Right, I could get difficult here. Let me just check something. No, I won't go too difficult. If I've got to start looking things up, I was going to do a film that I need to. Now I'm going to check the director, and then I'll do this one. No googling it. Okay. I don't know where it's set actually. So I think this film is set in the UK. No, it's set in the UK. It features Sean Bean, unless he does die. And it is directed by a Cronenberg. When I say a Cronenberg, it's because there are more than one Cronenberg directors now. Without saying, I just remembered you told me about those films when we had quite a lengthy convo about Taxi Driver. Yes, we did. Krosner said, who's bad in Lycans and Vampires? Well, vampires often in nature are bad, aren't they? But I suppose you could have a vampire that wasn't evil. And werewolves don't really know what they're doing, do they, really? And it's like a nature thing. They just become werewolves and do what a werewolf would do. Okay. If you want more clues, do you need more clues? Set in Britain, Sean Bean dies in it. Directed by a Cronenberg. This is quite a difficult one. Look it up if you want. Good night, Tactical. I hope you have a good sleep, mate. Yeah, I've gone a bit hard on this one. It's quite new as well. It's only probably, it's no more than 4 years old, I doubt. 5 years old. It's not that terrible Sun film, my queen, but you didn't like it. You didn't like it. Mr. B1000 is correct. You are the champion, Mr. B1000. Yes. It was Possessor. If you haven't seen that, that's quite a good film. I really like it. It's got a really good first 5 minutes of the film. Someone gets stabbed in the neck, and it's one of the most graphic and realistic neck stabs you'll ever fucking see put to fucking screen. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. It's really, really good, the violence in that. The type said, oh, that doesn't narrow it down. No, it doesn't. So, on that note, I should have gone a little bit less obscure, Evil.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
If I remember, I'll prep a little film quiz for us tomorrow, and I won't go so obscure like that. I knew that one would be difficult, but it was just the first one I saw that I thought, oh, I could get quite a few little clues in with that. Mr. B1000, did you know that, or did you look it up? Our Queen is going. I'm going to do my tentacle wave. So our Queen is off. Good night, Miss Alex. On that note, I'm off to bed. Have a good night, all. Yes, good night, my Queen. Be gone. It's Evil. Do you like your horrors? So Possessor is more of a sci-fi. It stars Angela Risborough. Is that her name? She's really good. I really like her. And it's about, I can't put it. Like the details of it are something like they investigate people, and she can put this thing on and go into their brain and control them. So I think she can like take control of people and then like kill people as someone else, stuff like that. Yeah, it's so sort of sci-fi, but not massively sci-fi, but it's good. But it was made by when I said a Cronenberg, the reason I'm saying that is because it's not David Cronenberg. It's an assassin. Thank you. Yeah, they're assassins. They could take control of other people and kill people, and obviously that person would get the blame. What was I going to say? Fuck. That's a good film though. Really good ground. Oh, it's because it's done by Brandon Cronenberg, which is David Cronenberg's son. Evil or False, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, The Possession. It's the answer to your first question tomorrow. Guys, that's what I can do. Yeah, it is a good film, isn't it, Mr. B1000? Grosvenor said, Mike, bloke over the road is done. What do you think of helping on his way? What? I can't help someone over the road get on their way. Do you mean on the way to heaven or hell? Just let time take its course. Yeah, I should try and prepare. If I remember, I'll try to prepare us a little film quiz or something for tomorrow. I won't be drinking tomorrow. I'm going to have a week off because I was all weird and paranoid after the last time I drank again. So I'm obviously drinking too much. I know if I have a little bit of break, it goes. What happens is, if I drink too often, it doesn't have time to go away. So if I drink before I'm fully recovered from any paranoia, it comes back again, like almost instantly. So if I leave it a couple of weeks, by then it's completely gone, and then I can drink and it doesn't come straight back. You know what I mean? That's fucking horrendous. But yeah, excess. That's what you get for drinking too much too often. I only drink once a week when I do drink, but I do drink a lot when I do. So don't forget, you can get your cards. Grosvenor said he's old, got cancer, he's done, he's going to suffer soon. Be there to help him out. I can't give you advice on stuff like that. He might be suffering and might want to live. No one would want to live like that. Sorry, that's not what meant to come out of my mouth. But he might still want to carry on. You know what I mean? Have some Captain Morgan white rum. Try some neat and understand what torture is. Don't know how people like that stuff. I'll be honest with you, saying it does take a while to sort of get used to booze, if that makes sense. If you don't really drink a lot, all booze is fucking disgusting. Unless it's like 2%. Evil said, I do like horror to an extent. Extreme body horror, fucking hell. Extreme body horror is too much for me. I'm partial to gore. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'll do a little film quiz. What's your favourite genre? Corona, yeah. But yeah, if it's any, even like beer is not nice. When you have your very first beer, no one likes it. Even when I stopped drinking I stopped drinking for like 6 years, and then when I started drinking, I couldn't drink beer because I found it fucking disgusting. Yeah. So I used to drink WKD, but they used to make my fucking teeth hurt. Grosvenor, yes, you would get in trouble. Yes. Well, I don't know. Have they brought in the assisted dying bill yet? Fucking shoulder hurts. Drink of 15-year-olds. Yeah. And I was about 35 at the time. Well, because it's easy to drink. Hello, Raoul Duke. How you doing, mate? He said, will Bodkins be banned? I don't think they will because they didn't mention them. So, yeah, we might be right. Might be all right with crossbows. I don't know. I've got a thing here that says what they're proposing. However, they may ignore all this. They might do licensing for sellers and suppliers. That wouldn't affect anyone. We'd still be all right. Just wouldn't be able to maybe buy any new ones because, they might be funny with it. Licenses for sellers and buyers without police checks. That'd be like buying a, what do you call it? Fishing license, or you'd need a license like a firearms license. They don't want to check you and your house, and then the police can still say no if they want to. They may change their mind, or you never know, there may be an election before then. We might have a different government who say, fuck it, we're not doing that. So don't get rid of them yet. Saint said, aren't Bodkins essential medieval armed prisoners? Yes, they are, yeah. But as far as I'm aware, the government don't really know about them. They know about broadheads, so they're banning broadheads, but Bodkins, you'd be all right. You might be able to buy antique broadheads. Antique broadheads may still be legal anyway because they're antique. Good night, Crow's Nest. Don't be killing any old blokes over the road with cancer just yet. I think until this is the dying thing comes through at least. Good night. Take care. But yeah, they are. Bodkins will penetrate about 3 times as deep as a field tip. Obviously, field tips aren't made for penetrating anyway. Yeah. Don't forget you can get these cards now that have the legal knife laws on them. So if you're carrying a little legal carry knife, carry that with you. If you ever get stopped, you can show them that. And if you buy the set, you can get the card and the ruler that goes with it to go on your keys. There it is on your keys. That is on my shop right now. Go to, put in the word !shop in the comments, on the link will come up. Or look in the description, there's a link there to my shop. The donation thing will go to that as well. What are you up to tomorrow, Seth? Did you get anything from that car boot sale, by the way? Well, Raoul Duke, what for carrying the swords, you mean? No, for the legality of the swords, I might do a flyer type thing. Yeah, I might do a flyer so people can have the legal things for that. It was for movies. I love horror. Series need to be more complex to hold my attention and animated. I'll watch most things as long as it's not sport based. All right, nice. Or music based, or whatever the other thing is. Yayo Yori. What's that? I don't know what that is. Thanks. I saw a guy selling a proper bench sander for 30 quid, left and stupidly came back but couldn't find him. Proper piss. That's a shame. That is a shame. That would have been good, yeah. That would have been good. 30 quid, yeah. What do you make your stuff? Have you got like a 1-inch belt sander like I have, or ain't you got that at the minute? Don't forget you can win this crossbow. £1 an entry. Link is in the description. I ain't been to a car boot sale for ages. Oh no, I went to one with metallic actually. When I was there, I got a skull mold. I got skull mold for shooting, but I've never used it yet. Yeah, flap disc will do the same thing exactly. I haven't got any belt sanders, only bench grinder. I never use it. Yeah, flap discs will work, wouldn't it? You're in the you're doing the not forced in firing. Yeah, fire. If you started, I haven't started mine yet, but I'll probably do mine in a day though, or two. Might make the knife one day, and then do the sheath the next day. Thanks, Ed. Go to that car boot sale I showed you, mate. £3 per person. If you're in a van, there's loads of rows, thousands of people. Nice. All right, I'll look into it. If it's that's obviously not that far away from me. You know, it's not like round the corner, but it's it'll be doable. I just need to find somewhere who'd want to go. So, Evil, I will try and pick some films that you might have. It'll be a fair thing, you know. I'm not trying to, but you know, I want to make it realistic for people. I want to. Most people like horrors, don't they? Yeah, there are some people who don't like horrors at all, but even the classics, most people have seen them all. I don't think you even need to have seen a film to know about it after. And there are films that I know what happens in them, and I know the basic story, and I've never actually seen them. You know, if you're into your films, you'll still know who's in them, something like that. Raoul Duke said, have you seen the George Braff crossbow mod ball bearing lately? Would that also be illegal? It would. Yeah, because it's the crossbow that's banned, not what it shoots. So, if I can't say 100%, but what I've got printed off here pretty much says, as far as I'm aware, that all part. I haven't got all of it on here. I've got like the basic bit. It pretty much says all parts of a crossbow are a crossbow. So I mean, in the limb. So no matter what you shoot out of a crossbow, it's still a crossbow. You know what I mean? I have got someone, however, Rail Duke, someone has spoke to me today about a 3D printed mod that can shoot ball bearings. So I might advertise those soon so people buy them. So I haven't got any metal yet. Might buy Slack, but fair enough. I wasn't sure whether you said you was joining in or not. So I've got the names written down. Bill, how you doing, mate? You right? He says, top of the evening, Mike. How's the stream? Yeah, not too bad. Don't forget, there's crossbow giveaway going on. £1 an entry. Paul said, pronounced Yowie. Oh, okay, yeah. Is male and male romance, and Yuri is going. Oh, fair enough. I've never heard that, you know. Never heard of that. Yeah. But yeah, who was it? I need to check my emails, Raoul. But yeah, someone messaged me today. I'll tell you exactly what they said. Yeah, that was literally today I got that email. I think it was an email. Hang on, I just need to delete a few. Who was it? Maybe it weren't an email. It might have been a message on Facebook anyway. But someone today messaged me saying I've got the 3D printed mods for those crossbows. So it said making a guard fit snug is the only thing actually losing sleep over. No idea how to do it. And yes, I watched your videos. So yeah, the problem is when you use a weed slasher or a slate ripper, they're quite thin. And when you to get a file into that guard hole, you have to have it at least probably twice the thickness of a weed slasher, so then it's going to rattle. The two ways I do it, I sometimes hammer a nail down the side of it, and then that solidifies it, or I get some super glue, put some super glue down the holes, and on top of the handle scales, or mix some metal like dust with the super glue and put it in there. But sometimes it will look ugly, so you then have to put a piece of leather over the top. Raoul said, if you take away the limbs, it's no longer a crossbow. It says any part. So the limbs, just the limb on itself will be a crossbow. And because it's a bit like a gun, if you take the barrel off of a gun, the receiver is still a gun and the barrel is still classed as a gun. If you just have a fully working barrel of a gun in your house, you still get done for a firearms offence because it's still part of a gun. Yeah. I know to us it wouldn't be, but in the eyes of the law, they'll say that, yeah, it's pretty much says all parts of a crossbow will be a crossbow. If they're not a fan personally, but obviously some people are like, oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bill said, have you considered crossbows? Mike, what do you mean, Bill? I was considering crossbows. Sling bows. Yeah, I have. That may be one of the ways I go to, yeah. Jeweler's files may be. Problem is, that probably would work. Well, that would work, Saint. I don't know how long that would take, though. I don't know how long it would take. You don't want to be there for years doing it, do you? But yeah, that would work. Need to work on a massive counterpart design. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this licensing may not happen at all anyway. I think it will, though. And I don't think, no matter who gets in power, thing is, I don't vote. I may vote next time, though, because I think it needs to be, we can't have the main people in power anymore. But I think it's rigged, and it's been rigged again. Not rigged, but it's done so that no one apart from the big two and any fucking party that's exactly the same as them will win. So they'll do it. They'll do something so that somehow Labour and Conservative will still be in power if it's a coalition or some bullshit, but there'll be no chance. No one else is going to get in because they'll make sure it doesn't happen. They'll make sure it doesn't happen. Or they'll probably get someone killed. Wouldn't surprise me. But they won't. They won't let it happen. They'll do any fucking thing to stop that happening. Anything. Won't be restored, won't be reformed. Because they'll do something so that, that talking. I'm going against my own rules now. No more politics. But that's just my opinion on it for somebody who doesn't even vote. Bill said they produce 30 to 35 foot-pounds if set right. Well, that's decent then, isn't it? Bill said they wouldn't keep making things if that genre, if it wasn't a market for. Well, exactly. Well, the thing is, people love anything and everything, don't they, really? And that's fine. Saint said, I can't wait to see Richard's video if he joins in and drops. It's going to be fun for. Yeah, there's a fair few joining in, Saint. I think there's seven people. Cookie, how you doing, mate? There's a crossbow to win here. Tom and Cheryl have not joined in. All right? Get your fucking entries in. The licensing may not happen. I got accused today. Someone saying to me, oh, you're just trying to get rid of your crossbows and just fob them off onto someone else because of this banning. I bought that crossbow for more than 100 fucking quid a month ago. Get in there, Cookie. Don't leave it too late. All the entries might have gone. But Tom and Cheryl have not joined in. I don't think Tom's a massive fan of the so bet. And he's already got one. Paul said, I was just about to say what happened to no politics. I've been not entertained. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what, I just played this for me first, just to shut myself up. Hang on. This one goes out to me. Can you know that right is small?
We don't tolerate religion or politics in here.
Yes, exactly.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Because I'd already got one. Fair enough. Enter anyway. You can give it away. Enter anyway, and you can just give it away. They said I might run some fibre into my shed tomorrow. And if you're doing a private, we'll see if I can join in. I probably won't be on late tomorrow night. However, I may do. Next weekend, I definitely will, though. No, I might not tomorrow night, but about time I joined the Dark Club. The night he wants to join in, not doing it. We'll see. But I definitely ain't drinking tomorrow. I'm not drinking tomorrow because I'm doing my head in. But yeah. Maybe I'll do a sober one. Just for you, Saint. Just for you. However, next weekend, I can't see why I wouldn't be. I just need a week off booze. It's driving me fucking mad again. I mean, literally driving me mad. Greg said, what did you think of my Siege 300 camo wrap? I can't remember seeing that. I probably did have a look. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it looked great. I feel in my head I've seen that. Yes, I must have. It's the whip shot class as a crossbow. I don't think it would be. Because it's a bow. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Bill said, I made them before, Mike. The most important thing is to get the most sturdy possible frame. I prefer non-folding models as they're sturdy enough for spear gun tubes. But I'm not. Cookie, I feel like the problem is I can't remember seeing that, but I feel like I have. Even since you feel stoned by it. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Barney, yes. Very tempted to ask for another homemade booze video. I don't make it now. The problem is, saying I genuinely would do that for you, but I don't make it now. So I ain't got the stuff. If I was making some booze, I would. That's all the information's there. Just because it's an old video. Do you know what, Cookie? I'll have a look now. I'll have a look now, and then I can confirm I've definitely seen it or not. Oh, Christ. Messages. It messaged me for like 6 months. Oh, it was Andy who said that he's got the stuff. So it was Andy. Crossshot UK. Yeah. Been working on a magazine for a while now that allows you to shoot steel balls. There you go. I haven't replied to him yet. Cookie. Fuck was that? My phone went. Oh, I have seen that. Yes, very nice. Yes. Actually, no, I looked at them when I was pissed. That's why I felt like because you've got the ones, you've got the big the Siege 300s, which are the ones that have the compound limbs, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, that looks great actually. And you put that tape on yourself then? That looks like that's properly, you know, not saying it's not properly done, but yeah, it looks like that's how it comes. Nice one, mate. Yeah, it looks decent. 31k video. Oh, that's decent. And it's saying, yeah, 31k videos, views on the crossbow video. Yeah. My, any of them kind of videos do tend to get a lot of views. Get a lot of freak shows. There's been a hell of a lot of weird comments on there. Go and read the comments on that video. It's fucking weird. I didn't know people was, I knew people was going on about that kind of stuff, but there is some fucking not weird comments on there. You may not see them all because I've had to block quite a few words to stop like weird topics being spoken about that could probably get people arrested for fucking like keep going on about it. Evil said, got the stuff, and you're still insisting you're not stoned. No. I know everyone else thinks I'm stoned, but no, but not that helps. But Saint said, do you have to moderate your comments? Yeah, I do. Well, not normally, I don't. Videos like that, I do. Fuck me, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind you writing it, but people need to have the sense to write it in a way that's not going to get you fucking arrested. People are writing shit on there. There's so many people online who think they're untraceable. If you're online, you can be traced. That's it. That's a fact. If you're online, you can be traced. Don't think you can't be. If you are online, you can be traced straight back to where you fucking sat. So don't go online and write a load of fucking stupid shit that'll get you nicked and then cry about it afterwards. Because it's your own stupid fucking fault. And I try to do people the favour of deleting their comments, and I get accused of being some kind of cunt who's fucking hiding stuff or, you know, going along with it. I'm not. I'm just trying to stop people writing some of the dumbest fucking shit I've ever fucking seen that could get them arrested. Use your fucking brains, people. Use your fucking brain. Have some fucking intelligence, because some of the shit I've seen on there is fucking mental. Whether it's true or not, you are not untraceable. VPNs won't fucking stop them finding you either. If they want to fucking find you, they'll fucking find you. Because what a lot of retailers don't realise is nearly every website you join, you have to put certain details in. And then a lot of that is traceable back to other places. And you would have fucked up at one point and connected one thing to that email that then can be tracked back to your address. I mean, yeah. People said, don't believe it. Oh, I'm not stoned. It's honestly, Saint, it's been mental lately. There's been so much of it. Bill said the one I made incorporated a whisker biscuit and drew back at £50 weight. There was a guy selling some sweet thicker tube. I will definitely look into that. But yeah, the problem is I try to help these people out, and then I get accused of being some kind of like in on it, you know, and I'm censoring people. No, I'm not. I'm trying to stop you being arrested. Saint said, I've seen a lot of wear this and you need that comments, and it makes you think. This video, the thing is, the video isn't about that, and there was a lot of I don't know. Yeah. But people do have to be careful what you're writing, because it can. The thing is, yeah, write what you want. Don't go fucking crying about it afterwards, though, because this is the problem: is people write a load of stupid shit and then they cry about it afterwards. Just fucking own up to it and take it like a man. If you've written that shit and you've got done for it, don't fucking cry about it afterwards. Which is what happened. That's what most people do. You're not a fucking victim. You've brought it on yourself. Fucking own it. Do your fucking time. Shut your gob. Because it's what it is now. It is what it is. People have to realise you can go to prison for writing things on Facebook. Whether you like that or not makes no fucking difference. It happens. Right? It happens. You don't have to like it, but it fucking happens. So if it happens, don't be a fucking retard and hand that shit to them, which is what people do, and they cry about it. Yeah. Hello, Andy. It annoys me that I have to listen to that shit, and then I get accused of I'm censoring people. I'm not at all. Not at all. I'm trying to save people the bother because they're being so fucking dumb. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Hello, Andy, by the way. He said the police and government are waiting to pounce on anyone with a paper trail showing a weapon purchase. That is a problem. Well, that's what they're doing. They've already set that up, Andy. They've set that up. They've already set it up that if you buy stuff, they're encouraging companies now to tell the police. So that can be suspicious orders, or I have heard that the police are just asking companies, to tell them if people buy knives, legal knives, and companies are doing it. Now, if anyone can prove that to me, I'll call those companies out and make sure no one ever buys from them ever again, because that's not acceptable. I think there's that reason why you don't have to have a Discord forum. I had a forum once, not to shut down. It was full of people going on about illegal shit. And that's why I can't have a public forum, a public Discord. Because within 5 minutes, it would be, I'm selling this, I'm making this is that I make, this is, and you're not untraceable. VPN won't save your fucking ass. None of that shit will. If you're online, you're traceable. Yeah. Evil said you can easily, if you don't know what you're doing online. Also depends on what level of internet you're on, what browser you use. The deeper you go on the web, the harder it is to trace. Yes, but what I mean though, that there are people who are on Facebook and YouTube, and they've literally got their fucking real name on there, or they've got a fake name, but they've got an email that is also connected to. Now this isn't what you'd do if you had any sense, but they've got an email that tracks back to some other place that's got their whole name and address on, shit like that. People genuinely think you go on the internet, put a fake name on, and you can't be found. Yeah, you can make it a lot harder if you know what you're doing. But yeah. Hello, Chris. He said, with this crossbow licensing, what stops people just keeping quiet with what they've already bought? But then again, everything has paper trail, and no one wants to be nicked. Well, that's the thing, Chris. You're right. And I've sort of mentioned that before with the offensive weapons thing, when they banned those. I'm not encouraging it, but who's to say anyone would know you would ever have that if you're never going to get a visit from the police? Yeah. Is it worth the risk, though? It depends. See, if they bring in very harsh sentencing for having a crossbow, like firearms, it's not worth it. It's different for offensive weapons. It's like 6 months if you get like the worst fucking punishment you'd get, I think. I don't definitely know that because I can't remember because it's not something I do. But firearms offences, you get caught with a fucking an illegal firearm, you can get away with not going to prison. Depends, like, the circumstances. But, and what it is. You know, if you was caught with a handgun and bullets, sawn-off shotgun and cartridges, you definitely go to prison. 2.5 years minimum. You know, since I was born into the internet era, I'll be honest, there's a part of me that wishes I grew up with nothing. If that makes sense. No, I get you, because I'm old enough to remember before. I really don't get me wrong, I really like the internet. It has changed my life, and for the better. But there's always restrictions with everything, and you just need to understand that. That's just what life is. There will always be stuff you don't like, and you just have to work around it. You know what I mean? Saint said, you think the government will go to that extreme and be reading people emails? What, because of crossbow stuff? No. No, I don't think so. Evil said, but the dark web is a scary place for the scary folks who know much more about that sort of stuff than us. Much safer to stay on the surface where the stalkers are easily catch. Well, exactly. Hello, Brinks. How you doing, mate? And he said, you buy online. Yeah, anything you buy online is recorded. Exactly. The house next door could have a fire and the elbow would stumble across it. Never worth it. Exactly. How you doing, Brinks? Saint said, you don't have to hide magazines and VHSs now. Yeah, sad day. How could you prove you lost or destroyed it when bang comes in? You couldn't really, unless you took them to the police station and handed them in. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to find, so just because I'm on camera here, and you know, I'm not trying to tell people how to do these things, but what's the word? Theoretically, if the police came around your house and said, we have evidence you've got crossbows here, we want to look around your house. If they ain't got a warrant, you don't have to let them anyway, as far as I know. And however, they probably would if they was coming to do that. Just say no, make them get a warrant. Don't answer the door in the first place. But then they might kick it in. However, anyway, if they don't search your house and don't find it, then you ain't got it. If it's not there, no, a crossbow isn't just a bow turned sideways, no. Because it has a trigger mechanism and a stock. That's what makes it a crossbow. It's that you're shooting it like a gun. It's not just turning the bow. I don't think an instant Legolas type thing would be classed as a crossbow either. Crossbow is, you know, has a trigger mechanism, and you know, no, it's not just a bow turned outside. Because a lot of people are worried about bows. I can't see bows being, yeah. Crossbow is shot like a gun. Exactly, yeah. Requires no skill to shoot too. Exactly. And also, as Percy said, why take the risk? Exactly. But yeah, because this is what I'm trying to get at. If the sentencing for having a crossbow is fucking 5 years in prison, you're a fool to fucking have one. You know what I mean? Why would you risk that? Why would you risk 5 years in prison for a fucking crossbow? Well, no, I fucking wouldn't. Not for a fucking crossbow, I wouldn't. But that may not be the case though. But you don't know. So I just realised you might have to take down your crossbow trigger videos if they become legal. Yeah, well, potentially. But then I suppose if they're done before, you know, it's a bit like my knuckle duster videos. My knuckle duster videos are still on. They just have a warning on there saying this was because there's nothing saying an American isn't allowed to watch that video. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sam said, yes, it's definitely not worth it. I'm just listening to what people are saying online. No, I get you, mate. I get you. But yeah, I'm just trying to, yeah. But yeah, the problem is, even if you handed them in, I don't think it would come to that. They're not going to be looking. They're not going to be looking up people to find out if they've bought crossbows. There's too many fucking people. But however, they might start. I don't know. But I don't think they'll be checking people and checking, and then going around their houses. If you bought one, maybe. I don't know. No, because you wouldn't be able to buy one anyway. No, I don't think that would happen because it'd be too much to do. Thank you for the link, shares, fall or evil. Bird said, I'd like to see them ban 2 sticks and a bit of string. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think bows will be all right. So I thought you privated your brass knuckles. The collection ones are on there because they all say that these are just pictures of stuff I owned before it was illegal. That says it. I even changed the subtitles, so a subtitle comes up saying it on some of them. I'd have to look into it, but yes, that's a good point. Maybe if I thought that was a risk, I'd just private them. Because if you private them, you don't lose the views. You see, because one of my trigger videos has got like millions fucking views, I think, or 800,000 views. Yeah, nunchucks are still legal. Brink said, we need to see the government definition of a cross and a bow. I think that would be very difficult to do this. Yes, I don't know what the definition of a crossbow is yet, but it said all parts of a crossbow would be illegal. So that means the limbs, the stock. Because why I thought that would happen anyway, and I'll tell you why that would happen. It's the same with firearms. All parts of a firearm still a fucking firearm. So if you have the trigger mechanism of a firearm with handle on it and no barrel, that's still a firearm. You've still got part of an actual gun. You can get a firearms offence for that. Same as with just a barrel. And the reason I know that is I know someone who's got done for having parts. I know 2 people who've got done for having parts of guns. I know 2 people who have been done for parts of guns. And I also remember when I used to listen to this bloke on the radio, used to have a woman who used to ring up because she used to do engraving on gun barrels. And she had to get rid of all of her fucking gun barrels because she didn't have a fucking firearms license. Yeah, and I can't remember what was that to do with though. There's more to it than that, but I know, yeah, because obviously the licensing thing would have come in phrase, but I can't remember any. But I know that even a barrel you can't. You can't just have a barrel. You can get done for that. Maybe she'd been engraving them for years and didn't know. Hello, did I say hello, Ben? A crossbow, yeah, angry archery weapon. Andy said, Mike, what is the rule about machetes? Only have to have 1 hole to be legal. What is the purpose of multiple holes? So, a standard machete, just to prove it, I would not show this if it was illegal, right? Standard machetes are still legal. People think they're illegal. They're not. You can't fucking buy these now because so many people think they're illegal. No. What the laws should have said was zombie knives and zombie machetes. Because that's what's banned. For this to be illegal, it would have to have either multiple holes, more than 1 hole, serrations somewhere on it, or like a spike sticking up here and here. Then it would be illegal because it would be a zombie knife. This is totally legal, and well, the problem is a lot of people think they're illegal. Now, I would not be showing something that was illegal. That is legal. Machetes are fine. It's just if it had more than 1 hole, it would be classed as a zombie knife. So you'll have 1 hole in it, or if it's handmade. But yeah, that's the thing, Peach. The Google thing can't be trusted. Google says that nunchucks are illegal, and it also says those coshes are illegal. Then they're not. They're not illegal. Yeah. But that's why it gets to the stage where, do you dare have it? Because I know for a fact that the police just Google stuff to find out the rules and the laws. They just Google it and then they arrest you. And then you have to, are you prepared to go through a court case proving or even getting arrested, because you'll still get arrested and taken to the police station, probably held for hours, where they sit you in a cell and fucking, just let you fucking sit there over something that's totally legal, because the internet says it ain't. Yeah, I don't know why it says that, Pete, because it's not true. Where am I? Wonder how many times you've been in the dick. Not that many times as an adult. Don't know. Probably more for most people, even then as an adult. I don't know. As an adult, maybe 4 or 5 times. Never convicted of crime as an adult, though. Because I didn't get in trouble. Yeah, not on the banned weapons list, though, is it? No, exactly, Pete. This is the thing. I think it's because when you ask AI, what it does, it looks up what things are classed as weapons, and then it cross-references that with offensive weapons, and then it reads that offensive weapons are banned. Well, they're not. You can still have weapons. There are 21 things on the offensive weapons list that are banned, but there are things that are weapons that they're not banned. Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. Yeah. False said, what if I buy a bow and ask the government for reasonable adaptation for my disability, enabling me to take part in sport of archery? Could I then just claim a disability as sports group? Maybe. Yes. You can get training until yes, you can. Christopher said, was looking forward to this. I'm in the middle of a big relapse and my mental health's wrecked. Just wanted to tune in for a bit of easy. Listen, would you like me to go into something easy talking about, Chris? We don't have to get. No, let's change the subject, shall we? Because it's getting me a bit. Chris, what would you like to talk about? So we need to have a laugh. I did get a bit serious there, didn't it? Yeah. I hope you're all right, though, Chris. Google has more hallucinations than Timothy Leary. DVD collector. That's the only DVD. I don't really collect porn anymore. Who needs to nowadays? Unless I'm just collecting it on my search history. They don't do that now. Don't even do that. All you have to do is go onto Twitter, follow a couple of porn accounts, and you'll see as much as you want. And you just scroll through like your reels. Yeah, not all doom and gloom. Exactly, Pete. Exactly. Good news of the day. Squirrels are now addicted to vapes. I've got some new cards out. These are cards for your legal carry knives. So you buy these cards. They're on my shop. There you go. This is my actual business card. Maybe I'll put them on the shop for £1 a piece. Pornhub completed it. Yes. Well, done, Persia. Yeah. Would you like to see the sheaths that I made? So this is Timbo's one. So Chris, you're on the vertical stream, aren't you? There's a horizontal one as well, if you would like to see more. So this is a sheath for Timbo's. That's a good logo, that, isn't it? For Timbo's fucking, what do you call it? MOD knife. This isn't his MOD knife in here, though. That's Metallic's one. Chris, wouldn't think it. I live on a game shoot, ideal home, all around, got my permission, got a brilliant, well-paying job. Can't stop the bag. Actually, mate, I might have something you might want. What's that, Chris? Feel free to send me a picture. You got my email, haven't you? Got my email? Christ, he's been blinded. Yeah, right. Where are we? So it said, is coffee staining leather a thing? I can't remember if I tried that or not. I'll tell you what I have tried though. So that probably would work. Saying that probably would work. I have tried. Oh fuck, was it? I have tried. What's that American drink? Kool-Aid. I have made leather dye of Kool-Aid by mixing Kool-Aid powder with alcohol. That works quite well. Coffee probably would work, but you'd have to have it really, really strong. The only thing is, the leather would probably smell of coffee there. Chris said, my dad's friend Ron was on the Ark Royal and he beat Marines at cars and he won off a dagger. Nice. Nice. Ben today, Michael, you still having pain in your hands? Yeah, I am a little bit. They're not too bad tonight because I've put some, I believe, stuff on my hands, so they're not too bad. That sounds interesting, though, Chris. You have to send me a picture, mate. Send me a picture. Try tea. It's more British. Yes. Tea would probably work as well. That would probably give quite a nice colour. So I'll tell you the reason. So with the leather dye, the reason I use what I use is purely because it's, and this isn't, don't jump to conclusions instantly here. It's very strong alcohol based, right? My tongue brown. No. It's very strong alcohol based. What it does, it evaporates really quickly. So you can dye something in basically minutes. So if you use something without alcohol in it or something that evaporates, you've pretty much soaked the leather. You're going to have to wait at least 24 hours. These, I dyed this at 5 o'clock this afternoon. You know, that's handleable now. You know, yeah. Veg tan leather, yeah. Veg tan leather's nice. Look how thick that is. It's nice. 3.5 mil thick. Makes it fucking lovely sheaths. Yeah. Oh god. Chris, have you got my email? I can put it on the screen if you want. Yeah, no, my hands are quite bad. They're okay today, but at one point I was getting some shopping in for my mum, and I literally had to get the bags and sling them on the side because it was making my hands hurt so much, and I couldn't let my hands get fucking really painful because I had to go in the shed and do those shoes. So I had to just sort of go out, sling them on the side, and I had to apologise for that because I was, you know, I wasn't chucking them bags on the side because I was like in a mood. I'd had to get them out of my hands because it tends to be picking up heavy bags that really hurts my hands. Overworking them. How you doing, Dropped? Right, mate. I've got my. This won't interest you, but I've done my. Well, it will interest you, but I mean, you ain't gonna like want them or anything. Unless you come over here. These are the legal carry knife rules. I've also got some new business cards. Look at those beauties. Look at that. Look at that. See that phone number? Don't fucking ring it. Text only. It won't ring anyway. You can try and ring it. That wasn't the Drop. That's everyone. How you doing, Dropped? That's Penny now. She all right? I did send her a message. I don't think she saw it. You can give people AIDS. You teabagged personally. Yes. Yes. About time to. Steve, how you doing, mate? You all right? Drop said, evening, you odd lot. I saw that, Mike. Always helps to pull out the rules when people are being dicks. Exactly. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? Yes. So what you do, you go onto my shop, which is my coffee shop. This card has the legal rules for carrying a knife on both sides, and you can buy a little ruler with it, so that if a policeman stops you and he says that knife's illegal, you can say, hang on, here's your laws, read them, and then you go, see that, and you see that, and then you go, yeah, look, that's less than 3 inches. F off. I don't recommend telling them to fuck off, though. They may not like that. Thank you, Dropped, for the links. Yes, there it is. There's the shop there. Get in there. Go and have a look what's on the shop. There might be something that really interests you. Ben said, I'm wondering if you can get an exemption for a crossbow ban due to your hand pain. We take part in archery and the accommodation under equity and inclusion. Well, that's a good idea. I don't know though, but yes, Ben. Because also my shoulder is completely fucked. I can't shoot a fucking bow very well because my shoulder kills. Yeah. Evil said you could always use acorn or walnut tannins for natural dye. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So there are ways to dye things. I've also dyed stuff black by getting a marker pen and breaking the felty bit inside open, sticking it in a in a bottle, putting like meths in it. Yeah. Have you still got your World League or they're still sold out? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I didn't bother getting that one out because every time I get that out, everyone always asks where to buy it from, and I have to sadly say nowhere. I love that knife. I can't believe they don't still sell them. Dot said, I've a disability. I'm allowed to use weapons most WC shit I've ever heard. Yes. Yes. He said, well, I only have one crossbow left, mate. I need a May to go now, sadly. They might be all right, Steve. They might be all right. It's licensing. They're not banning them. They're licensing them. And it might be an easy license. It might be getting like a fishing license. But if anyone wants to win a crossbow, there's one just there. £1 an entry. Put the word !support in the chat. The link will come up. The link is also in the description. It says donations. Every pound you donate, you get an entry into winning that crossbow. There's 200 quid worth of stuff on that. At least. Thank you, Dot. At least. If you bought that crossbow itself, cost me over 100 quid. Right? I've priced all of that at the cheapest you could get it, 200 quid. At most, probably cost you about fucking 250 or more. Evil said it's no joke, Drops. It's not like a wheelchair user can use a regular bow. Exactly. Ben said, don't get rid of them all, big guy. I'm going to try to quarterback this one if I can. I'll tell you what, do you know what someone needs to do? Now, I don't know if this would work or even be a possibility. However, what someone needs to do, and I suppose I can't believe no one's ever tried it. You'd have to have a fair bit of money, though, so you'd probably have to be rich. Why can't someone in the UK try and, when these bands come in, and I don't know if it's even a realistic thing, why can't they go to some kind of superior court and, you know, you'd have to pay for like a barrister or whatever, and, you know, you'd have to pay to do it. Why can't someone do that? Why can't someone go to the fucking, you know, a superior court and say, we don't think this is fair, and try and appeal it like that? Because no one ever does, though, do they? Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do a crowdfunder, and one of us will have to go to the fucking, you know, Supreme Court, whatever it is. Why can't that be a thing? Is that realistic? I don't know. Johnson, that's a fair point, but I could get away with a big gun. Hang on. I couldn't get away with a big gun because I had so many surgeries, hand surgeries. Steve said FMA gone, Redback gone, Panzer gone, EK Adder gone. That's a shame. It's a shame, Steve. That's a shame. But, you know, I get you, mate. I get you. I understand it. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, by the way. Yeah, why can't somebody pay to go to the fucking Supreme Court and say, you know, we don't actually want this to happen? And if you look into, like, the fucking, you you know, the majority of people who was on that call to evidence, 85% said they didn't want it. Send right to the High Court, just make sure to put makeup on your tattoos. Don't worry, I won't have them out. Steve said, my case, dear mum, hope she's good. She's not too bad, Steve. She's all right as far as she goes. Thank you for asking. I'll tell her that you asked. I often do. Thank you, mate. No, she's all right. As far as she is, yeah, she's pretty good, mate. What are they doing with all the bows that have been forfeited? Well, none's happened yet because nothing's happened yet. Essentially, it will happen. The only way this won't happen now is if the government changes and then that new government says we're not going to bother. We've got like 2 years probably till anything actually happens. But they'll just destroy them. They cut them up and then they'll make a video of it showing all the crossbows they cut up. Because I'm tempted to hand one in, get a license or get rid of them. But I'm tempted to hand one in that's got a bayonet on it so I get on the news. I like slip one of these, put a bayonet on it, slip one of these in there so they know it's from me, get on the news. Get some weapon stickers, stick it all over the crossbow, hand one of a bayonet on, get on the news. Ben said, I've already figured out a way that you might be able to help others as well. Maybe I should just email it. Yeah, email me, Ben. Email me. We'll try it. Drop said, have to ask again, how hard is it to have a license? Well, again, the form of licenses we don't know yet. It might be that you have to have the police check you and then check your house to see whether it's safe, and then they can refuse or let you have one. Or you might be able to buy a license, like a fishing license, where you literally just apply for it, buy it, get it, and that's it, it's done. Paul said, screw wasting all that money on the legal system that is designed to work against us. Yeah, let's all club together for our own island somewhere far away from all these matters. I would be up for that. I'd be up for that. So just make a massive bayonet specifically for a crossbow, like 20 inches. Yes, I know. I am generally tempted to hand at least one in with a bayonet just so it gets on the news with that on it somewhere. Because I wouldn't be breaking the law. That's the thing. I wouldn't be breaking the law and I'd be handing it in. You know, probably not a good idea though. Drop said, so like not registering what you have, but having a license for not registering what you have, but having a license for a specific kind of weapon. Yes. So I suppose if the police ever came around your house, they wouldn't know you had it. Well, it depends because they probably would. They'd know you have it. So you probably have to. I don't know at this point. You might need to fill out a register to say you've got crossbows, and then they give you a license, but they don't check you. So they probably would know. They probably have your name and address, know you've got a crossbow. Or it might just be, yeah, you just buy it, and then if they ever knock on your door, find the crossbow, they say, have you got a license for that? And you go, there you go, fuck off. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Because also, Drop, there is one of the other licensing proposals was to, and I don't get how this would ever stop anything though. Licensing sellers and suppliers. This would make it a requirement for sellers and suppliers and importers to have a license from the police in order to sell crossbows and bolts. Obtaining a license would be subject to police approval. Sellers would be required to keep a record of buyers, including name and date of birth, address, and purpose of purchase. I bought a crossbow because I want to shoot someone. Who's ever going to say that? Fucking hell. And this information should be shared with the police on request. Why do you don't need a purpose for a crossbow? It's to shoot it. I'm getting a crossbow to shoot it. I'm not allowed to hunt with it. I'm not allowed to shoot people with it. I'm getting it to shoot targets. I shouldn't need to say I'm getting it to shoot targets. That's a possibility. So you never know. It may not affect us. It may. I can't see why they do that though. But then I suppose what that is, that's a way of putting licenses out that you don't have to do so many of, and still have traceable. You can still trace people who buy crossbows. It's not going to stop anything though. So it's aren't airbows still a massive grey area? I remember it a lot of talking about age. Yes. See, this is the thing. Airbows aren't crossbows. They would probably still be legal. However, they'd probably ban them pretty quickly. Also, people finally stop listening to the madman in charge when they tell us it's illegal to breathe. Well, there we go. Oh no, I know what you mean though. Could be buying it to look at it, but yeah. But the thing is, you wouldn't be buying it for any illegal intent, and you certainly wouldn't be telling them, would you? You know what I mean? Drop said it's to track the criminals backwards. If some shit goes down, so if some shit goes down and people are getting weapons from this supplier, they can track. Well, exactly, yeah, and then they can take their license off them. But you know, I get you. No, I do get it, but I can't see. I don't know. I suppose when you put it like that, it would certainly make sellers more aware of who they're selling them to. But you know, you can't. No one buying a crossbow is making it obvious they want it to kill someone. You know. Steve said, Mike, do you think they will go to slingshots too? Of Blackwood and pocket shots? I would say no. However, Weapons and Stuff 93, Liam made a good point the other day. I haven't seen these, but when he mentioned it, I thought, oh shit, actually, yeah, I remember that. The BBC have been doing like documentaries on slingshots recently, trying to make them look like fucking murder weapons, and like people are going around killing loads of animals with them and all that shit. It's not illegal anyway. I don't think you're allowed to hunt with a. If you're hunting correctly, you are actually allowed to hunt with a slingshot, aren't you? I may be wrong about that. I don't know. Have you seen Liam's comments under the videos he's made? Worse than yours. I haven't, but I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Saying I would not be surprised. There's loads of weird ones online. But then you know, Liam always has had a lot of weird shit on his channel. I remember when being a mod for Liam used to be fucking hard work. You had to actually mod the stream like constantly. You don't have to mod mine so much. Like you can get away with being. I think one person got blocked today because they wouldn't shut up about dodgy shit again. You know, retarded dodgy shit that should have the police around their house. As long as you don't shoot rocks, I think. Yeah, I'm not into it, sure, Pete, because it's not something I do anyway. The thing is, I don't know all the laws because some of them are just irrelevant to me because I don't need to know them because I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ben said, Mike, do you have any movie recommendations for me this weekend? Razorback. Watch Razorback. It's 1980s Australian horror film, Razorback. Or have you ever seen do you like foreign films? Will we watch things with subtitles? What's Time Crimes, aka I can't remember it. It's Time Crimes, you know. Look at Time Crimes. Bit of Spanish. People said, we know that's what it's for, but nobody is walking in saying, yo, sell me a crossbow. The fight down the road needs a few more holes. The greatest sentences I've ever had to read out. Even if that's what they wanted. No, exactly. So no ban on dildo bows then. Thanks for that. Yeah, dildo bows are okay, still, yes. Yeah, Razorback and whatever the other one I said. Time Crimes. However, if you've seen Time Crimes, I'll recommend something else. I'll tell you what I'm going to be watching this weekend. Either Rain of Fire Taxi Driver I've seen loads of times, but I'm going to watch that. It's a fancy Taxi Driver for some reason. Not the Taxi Driver. I fancy watching Taxi Driver. And Apocalypto. What have you been up to today, Drop? Have you been working hard or hardly working? There's a great film recommendations, Mike. See the film Boar, if you like Razorback. You love Boar. Okay, I'll look into that. Taxi Driver on a scale of 1 to 10. Right. Giving it a 1 to 10 is difficult because it is. I do like Taxi Driver, and it's really good. However, I do remember watching it and thinking on a couple of occasions there's extended, quite boring bits. However, they make the good bits make up for it. You know what I mean? But there are extended, like quite boring bits in Taxi Driver, I think. All on the hill said chav nightclubs will soon be getting raided. Got to get all those dangerous finger guns off the street. Oh, God. Steve said, good one, Razorback, Mike. Is that the Australian one about the wild boar? It is, mate, it is. So, what's it? Who asked? Ben, are those recommendations good enough, or do you want something else that you haven't seen? Doc said, been under the truck trying to get transmission out. 2 fucking hours on 1 bolt, and you still don't get it out. Weekend will be attacking the yard before it gets it out. It's a bastard. I remember watching my dad do stuff like that because he used to take the fucking engines out of lorries with the fucking, just the manual. We went, because you had to, because you couldn't afford to get someone to do it. Yeah. They can be bastards, can't they? And helping him. Did Saint ever get the zombie movie question answered? I can't remember what the question was. What was the question? Can't remember. Probably no though. Hello, Ian. He's doing football spoilers. Put that on the screen. Suck on that. Gutted. Oh, God. The only person who would have cared about that was probably Tactical. And he don't fucking follow football either. If you live in the UK and you like to carry a legal carry knife, get these cards. I sell them on my shop. That one says the laws from the YouGov website. That side does the police laws. They're the same thing, but they're slightly different. You also get a ruler. And then if the police ever catch you with your legal carry knife and say that's not legal, you can say, okay, here's your fucking rules. Here's a ruler. Here's my knife. Under 3 inch. Go away. So, oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Best zombie movie next to 28 Days Later. The best zombie. Are you just asking me what the best zombie fucking film ever, without a fucking shadow of a doubt, beats every single fucking zombie film ever made, is Brain Dead. Brain Dead, 100%. Brain Dead. If you mean a totally serious zombie film, Dawn of the Dead, the original one. Okay? Now you've been told. Shaun of the Dead's in the top 10. Maybe in the top 5. Brain Dead pisses all over Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead claim. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm a massive fan of Shaun of the Dead. However, for Edgar Wright to claim that was the first rom-com, he's a liar and he's wrong. The first romantic zombie fucking comedy is Brain Dead. The first fucking romantic zombie comedy is Brain Dead. It's not fucking Shaun of the Dead. It's Brain Dead. Don't get me wrong there. Shaun of the Dead would be in. Shaun of the Dead would be in the top 5. World War Z. World War Z. I didn't think much of that really. Ben said, if you would like to offer me one more, I will be an apt pupil. Okay. Where's my torch? Hang on. Where's my torch? What kind of film? Any kind of film. Have you seen Possessor? I was on about Possessor earlier. Vinyan. 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 Try that. Yeah. Train to Busan's a good one. That is good. That is good. That might be out there. I'll take The Sadness. You want a really gory Korean zombies? They're not quite zombies, but they sort of are. What do you call it? Whatever I just said. The Sadness. Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, 1978. Amazing. Listen to the audio commentary from Tom Savini, and listen to the explanation of "I See You, Chocolate Man." That is one of the great flavors. That's a real that is a real fucking phrase in Dawn of the Dead. Tom Savini stabbing a sword up in a grill says, "I see you, Chocolate Man." And then Ken Foray's actual reaction to that is genuine because he didn't know that Tom Savini was going to say that. So said, "I like the first season of The Walking Dead. Gets very boring though." Yeah, people have said that it gets so shit. It's put me off watching any of it now. Ian said, "Midnight Meat Train, real meaning was meant to be about Shakespeare." Oh, yeah, Midnight Meat Train's a good film. I do like that. Yeah. Freaked. Which one's that, Ben? Is that the one with Vince Vaughn? That's a good film. Or is that Freaky? That's Freaky, isn't it? I don't know what Freaked is. Repossessed. Repossessed. Yes. The piss take of The Omen. The Omen? No. What's the other fucking one? Oh, I can't think what it's called now. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to get my torch out. Not The Omen. Is it The Omen? Not The Omen. The Exorcist. Sorry, The Exorcist. Repossessed. There's a piss take of The Exorcist. Good night, Saint. Take care, mate. Freaked. I don't know if I've seen that then. I don't know if I've seen that. Speaking of Vince, what's your take on the sale? I quite like that, actually. Yeah, that's good. Now, dropped. I'm going to have to write that down to buy because that's like 3 times recently. That's been. I don't think I own the cell. No, I'm sure I don't. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good film. Yeah, I like that. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's a fucking good film. That is a fucking good film. Yeah, I like the cell. I think it's really good. Abel said, "Show me the torch you've been using." Okay, so it is called a. I won't be half still enough to make it focus. Brynite PT16A. Wow. Brynite. Yeah, and it's got that button. Hang on. That's the on and off button. That one's an instant strobe. Alan, how you been, mate? That's been a while. Yeah, how you doing, Alan? Christopher, how you doing, mate? Ben said about a mad scientist who mutates college kids. I've not seen that. Yeah, there it is, Evil. Yeah. Comes with a battery. What have you been up to, Alan? Alan, do you make knives, don't you? I think it's you who makes knives, isn't it? Have you seen my not forged in fire knife build video that you can join in on to win a knife? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Persia said I've got something for you dropped. Little Jew dropped. And that's a D-E-W. I'll say that's how you spell Jew. If I say it with J. Alan said I've been doing good. Just been blade building. So Alan, go onto my channel and look up Not Forged in Fire. See if you want to join in. If you can make a knife without using a forge, you can win a prize. You can win a bow knife from me. Alright? And a fucking trophy. If it's a dick pic again, Persia. If it's a dick pic again, Persia, he wants more of them. Closer up. We've all seen each other's dicks around here. Oh no, so I said too much. That's for private streams. That's what Saint's gonna. If Saint ever does come on for a private stream, we're gonna have to fucking make him never want to come back. We're gonna have to make it so he never ever wants to come back ever again. Ben said it has Brooke Shields and Bobcat Goldfinch in it. Very campy. I'll look into it, Ben. I don't know that one as far as I know. Paul said, when I was a toddler in the 80s, I remember a scene of Wizard of Oz that no one else remembers. 2017, I found the scene that has never been put in the movie, but did exist. How bizarre. Yeah, Mandela effect. Exactly. What was the two Mandela... So the two Mandela effects that I've come across recently were David Cronenberg. So, talking about Cronenberg... I fucking will swear on my fucking life that his name used to be David Cronenberg with an M. Cronenberg, not Cronenberg. His name used to be David Cronenberg, and the actor who was in Jaws was Roy Schneider. Schneider with an N, not Scheider. Because there's no fucking N in his name, and there was an N in that fucker's name. It was Roy Schneider, and it was David Cronenberg. Now they're not. It's Roy Scheider and fucking David Cronenberg. What's happening? Alan said, does it matter what type of knife you make? Yes, it has to be a Bowie knife. Has to be a Bowie knife, and it has to have a larger than 6-inch blade, I think. That's it, though. All of the rules are in the video. If you go and watch the video, mate, just look up Not Forged in Fire, or someone can put a link on if they want. Chris said, knife that I love. Knife was like, what I love is a buck. Okay, nice. Yeah, bucks are good. Bucks are good. This is a cheap. I can't remember what it is now. Master. So Drop said mayhaps some of those Mandela effects are because we couldn't look up things on the internet. Don't spoil our Mandela effects here. Your name used to be Dewdrops. Don't you start this. It's coming from the bloke. Exactly, Persia. It was Roy Schneider and Cronenberg. It's not. It's Scheider and fucking Cronenberg. Don't you spoil our fun, Dewdrops. No, I don't think it was. It won't because there's still such things as encyclopedias. No, because what it is, Evil, she said you could be mixing him up with Rob Schneider. I had never heard of Rob Schneider when I was like 5. It was Roy Schneider, 100%. I never even knew who Rob Schneider was until like, I don't know. Fucking, I don't know, 30 probably. So I said, how happy are you that you don't call me VW? How happy are you that you don't call me VW? The VW bit, see, I don't know what it is, right? I think because you've always just been the drop. Never heard of him since. I don't know. Yes, David Cronenberg. Yeah. Cronenberg and Roy Schneider. That's not their names. That's not their fucking names. What's happened? That's two that I like remembered like recently. Yeah. Anyone else got a Mandela effect? Like one that they've actually had recently. Random letters at the end of a tag don't mean anything. Exactly, Persia. You tell him. Tell him. It means nothing. That means nothing to me. OVW. Christ, as close as you get to me singing. I'm not stoned, by the way, just because my eyes aren't open. I ain't stoned. If I was stoned, I wouldn't be able to talk to you. Also, thing with the Wizard of Oz jitterbug scene. It was on my Wizard of Oz video. Then it vanished one day, and I got upset. People thought I was mad until my granddad pulled out the album. That must be very bizarre, though. Yeah. Yeah. Drops at either 74 VW bus. I had this email since I was in middle school. And no, I don't know that, but I guess that's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just tired, Mum. I learned quite early on, if you don't want someone to know you're pissed or stoned, just keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't think you're going to be able to talk to them. They won't notice. Just keep your fucking gob shut. There's no one here that'll be of age to take this advice on. Don't say anything. I remember one of the first times I ever got pissed. I've been pissed sporadically, but I remember like going to this party when I can't remember how old we were, but you know, it's like actively going out to get drunk. And I don't know, I'm fucking 12 maybe. I don't know. But I remember getting picked up by my mum, and she asked how we were, and I just went, yeah, right. And he couldn't fucking shut up, her fucking son. I thought, she's obviously going to know he's fucking drunk. Some films can capture your soul. Haven't anyone seen Candle Cove or Antrium? You can win a copy of that off. Well, actually, Persio, you won a copy of Antrium off of me, and I never sent you it. That's a film that you send to each other if you're going to curse them. No, I'm not cursing you, mate, but you did win one of them. The Antrim. Or did I send you Antrim in the end? Yeah, I can't remember what it was, Persio, but we was doing one of the fucking we was doing one of like the fucking film quiz things, and then you won this DVD because what it was, I bought the DVD Antrim, and they sent me two of them. I don't know where it is now, but yeah. Eva said the one that hit me the hardest was one in Lord of the Rings. What happened in that then? Trot said it's been fun watching how little it takes for Lucian to get pissed. There's a couple of Guinness in his wobbly. That's in a way that's quite cool though, isn't it? You know, if it don't take him a lot to get drunk, fucking hell, I wish I could get drunk like that. The only problem is though, when I stopped drinking for ages and then I started drinking again, if I drank too much, I got the full-on room spin and puking. So I never get that now. The last time apart from that time around metallics, but that was like poisonous unwashed lettuce. I don't normally puke when I drink. That's like a very excessive thing. But yeah, not saying, listen, but that's the problem. If you drink too much when what I'm trying to say is I'd love to get pissed really easily. However, I'd probably end up puking nowadays if I could get pissed really easily. I used to love it when I used to be able to get pissed on like a couple of cans, 4 cans, be pissed. Amazing. If I ever find it, Persia, and I'm sending you something, I'll send you that film. But yeah, I bought a DVD. I was looking through films that let me describe you what Antrim is described as, right? Antrim, the deadliest film ever made, right? So the documentary purports to tell the story of Antrim, a movie released in 1979 that supposedly has deleterious effects on those who watch it, similar to the cursed film in that Ring. The bulk of the movie is allegedly the only print of the film, which has itself been altered by an unknown third party. So basically, if you watch Antrim, you're supposed to kill yourself or die or some shit. I don't know. And I got sent 2 of them when I bought it. But I think I was looking at like controversial films and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 2 copies somewhere, but I can never fucking. I don't know where the other one is. So I haven't sent you it then, because you don't own that then. Doc said, movie that makes me want to kill myself. Trolls. Oh, I've seen that. What's that like? What, Trolls as in like the kids stuff? Trolls. You know, like the kids Trolls. Not like Troll Hunter or whatever. Or, you know. I'm going to have to go off in a bit, by the way. You saying Nope or the film Nope? What, Trolls? Oh, that Trolls. Yes. Well, I don't know if he means that or like Trolls as in the fucking kids thing. Well, Evil said there is a point they are escaping the Balrog in Moria. And just before Gandalf gets dragged into the pit, he says, "Fly, you fools." Many people, including me, remember him saying, "Run, you fools." Yes, there you go. There you go. Yes, I remember him saying, "Run, you fools." Yes. The musical cartoon for kids. There you go. That's what I thought you meant. Alan said, "Email, just watched the video. I'm down to join." Okay, Alan. Can you email me, Alan, so I can send you the details in an email, just so you've got everything then. Thank you, Alan. Have a good mate. Ben said the Stigl is a female demon that littered throughout the film. I forget the demon's name. Yeah, I can't remember now. Sigil, yeah. President always been fly. He's saying fly on the Eagles. Oh, right, fair enough. And then they don't. They can't. I don't start that one, Persia. Don't start with why don't they just fly the Eagles there? Don't start that bollocks. That's the whole fucking live stream, that is. Why don't they just fly the Eagles there? But yeah, good point. I don't know. I don't, I need to watch them again. Do like, it's Peter Jackson there. I love Peter Jackson. I wish Peter Jackson would go back to doing something like Brain Dead or Bad Taste or one that a lot of people haven't seen, Meet the Feebles. My email, Alan, will be on that video. If you look in the description of that video, Alan, or in the comments, my email should be on there. But if you need it, it's this is my email. And also, if you put the word !" email or someone else, my email will come up in the chat and you can copy and paste it. Hang on, let me just look for it. So basically, WeaponCollector 1 at AOL.co.uk. Don't forget the 1 though. No, Darth Vader does not say Luke, I'm your father. That's a very fucking that's yeah. The Fables are the Muppet canon. They are mentioned in the last Muppet. Are they really? Are they really? That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. And I should say, it's Sir Peter Jackson. People don't call him fucking Sir Peter Jackson enough. He's fucking Sir Peter Jackson now. Did you know that? That'll turn out to be a fucking dream. Has Peter Jackson been knighted? Yes, filmmaker Peter Jackson was knighted in 2010. He was appointed a Knight Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit. Not the same unless the Queen's doing it, is it? Or the King. I mean, he is a Sir, but no one calls it him. Right, I'm going to have to go off. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to get your cards, get your crossbow entries in. The details have been there the whole time, so don't pretend you don't fucking know. Alright. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow night, alright? Sigil. Yes, thank you. He says, sigils are ancient symbols, original demon taken from King Solomon's original grimoire. Yes. Right. Evil said they couldn't fly the eagles. For one, Sauron would have instantly seen them, yes. The eagles wouldn't fly the Mordor while Sauron was still alive, and More wouldn't let them. Exactly, that's the thing. They weren't, they couldn't. But people say, why don't they? And they're stupid. Right. Thank you, Evil. Take care, Drop. See you tomorrow night. Say that Penny from me, and Lucian and Mini Drops. But mainly Penny. Yeah, no, good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. A man we, not more. Okay. Nerds. Shut up, you. You're one of us. You're one of us, Drops. Don't you fucking pretend you're not. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Alright, 9:30. I might even put a reminder thing on, if I remember. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm going to enjoy my films tomorrow. Good night. See you later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like.